Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Risk of Resources loadout race, the last one of the year. How's everyone doing? I'm with Disputed. Hello.
Howdy.
I'm Race, by the way. Hey. So we have, let's see, we have three racers this race, and they are, let's go to the website, Cap, K, and Cabbage. K has come back from a little bit of a retirement to log in for this one, so we'll see. I think he's also recovering with a hangover. So
Nice.
yeah,
I've been there.
yeah. So when I originally rolled the loadouts this morning, I clicked roll 3 times, and there were 3 multi loadouts, and they were all terrible. We picked the first one that rolled, but it could have been a lot worse. But the ones we have today, we have double scrap retool multi, which is kind of interesting actually. We got a Diablo, no, not Desperado Bandit, Diablo later. Normal
Diablo
Void
Bandit?
Fiend,
Holy shit.
and then Diablo Captain, which we've seen some interesting happenings with Diablo lately. A lot of self Diablo kills. We've seen failed Diablo timings on Mithrix and stuff. We've seen messed up skips and everything. We've seen some,
Some impressive gameplay.
some impressive gameplay, but as always, I love seeing Diablo because it's one of the more interesting skills in the game.
Oh,
So
definitely.
there's some tech today, though. Our
Yeah,
races are
for the
all
most
so
part,
positive and chat already.
I feel like these are some pretty easy loadouts.
Yeah, it's not too bad today, especially with Void Fiend and Bandit. I mean, just like Bandit is just like, you know, we're chilling. We should see no problems with that. I think the multi is going to be the hardest one today,
Yeah, for sure.
which is the first one of the day. So we'll see kind of how it goes. We might have to see some warm ups and stuff with it, but I mean, there is the blessing of multi in the races.
And
There's always good luck.
that's true. And there's also 3 Abyssal Depths today.
Oh, that's really nice.
That they only have to deal with Sirens on the Bandit loadout.
Hell yeah.
A lot of Wetland too.
It's a shame that it's on the bandit one because there's no like intrinsic AWU skip. So we might have to see them get a little bit
Yeah.
creative. I mean,
Well, they
if
do
anyone goes for it
have
anyway.
Fireband. You can do the Fireband AWU skip.
That's so hard to pull off though. But it's possible, yeah.
On Bandit, it's actually not too bad. Like if you're a ranged survivor, you can just use your fireband, then shoot an egg.
I mean, and here we go. They're starting it off. Um, as always, I want to. Sorry. Excuse me. I want to remind you guys that Skin Tuner is released. You can find it on the R2 Modman, the Thunderstore, or a link in chat if you guys make your point. Skin Tuner. I think Kay's doing the lavender kind of look today. Cap's trying to do his bright gold, and Cabot as usual is doing his red. I think I like the red this time. Though. I don't know. I like the lavender too.
Yeah, I think the lavender is my favorite here. Caps kind of just looks like normal
Bright.
multi with
Yeah.
increased gamma.
Yeah. Gamma multi. All right, so to start us off today, Siphoned Forest with double scrap. So this is one of those maps that has a lot of flying enemies in it. So they're gonna
You
have
can
to warm
see
up
K
pretty
struggling
quick.
here.
Yeah, like I know Scrap Launcher isn't like the most used primary option for multi, so they might have to, really get used to it here. And the following stages as well have a lot of flying enemies too, so this might be interesting, especially
Yeah,
as I said,
scrap
because
launcher
it's
is
just
kind
like
of a
the warm
weird
up.
one,
Yeah, I usually
but
define Scrap Launcher as it's not bad, but it's definitely it does its specific job um, in a worse way than some of the other M1s, I
yeah,
think. Because like with nail gun, it's for procs, and it procs super fucking well. You know, Saw's like the melee procer. It does it really well. Rebar is good band procer. Any distance it does it well. Scrapline is
Yeah,
supposed to be the AoE one, and it's okay, but you know, it's just kind of okay. It's definitely not
they
bad
kind
though.
of remind me of like Artificer's Flame Bolt in the way you have to like kind of lead your shots and
Mm-hmm.
get them
The
out. But yeah, I don't really think it has the best place because it is like ranged, but at the end of the day, you just use Rebar Puncher, and Rebar Puncher has piercing, so you can get some
yeah.
AoE through that.
Mm-hmm. And also, when you hit an enemy in the air with Scrap Launcher, it actually pushes it. Uh, and so you have to like re-aim out when it's shot off to the side and stuff. So it makes it just like harder to actually just kill wisps and pests and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit not comfy.
And see Cabbage and Cap already on the teleporter.
Mm-hmm. Kay is wanting to
With
loot a
only a
little
war
bit more.
banner. Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't blame them.
both of them actually. Yeah, it looks like
Cap did get a healing drone.
they both found the capacitor as well, and I think that was enough for them to just be like, "Hey, Multi has a ton of armor. We can probably survive whatever the boss is. Just do a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Seems good."
That's definitely what they were thinking there.
Kay starting
But
it off. Kay
Cabbage
did not find the capacitor
is
yet.
worrying me a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Going
Oh,
into the teleporter without any healing can be kind of scary sometimes.
I agree. Especially if you get Beetle Queens. They both have healing drones now, though. There was a healing drone right next to TP, I think, so.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
nice.
got
And a
a
leeching seed.
leeching
Holy
seed.
shit.
Yeah. And now they're good for heals.
I
Yeah.
mean, those healing drones are
Healing drone nice. Multi
all you
doesn't
need, really.
regen that fast, though, but
Yeah, it's nice to
it's
have like two
alright.
or three on multi.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, the problem is if you're fighting something like a Vagrant, you can just blast him and you'll have to rebuy him, and it's just a waste of money.
Yeah. Cabbage not really able to get much on this map. I think he just played the shrine and then played two shrines, he's out of money, just has to go with three items. So he's just kind of really hoping that there's some good stuff later on. I mean, there's no guaranteed bans here or anything like that, so he is looking for the carry of the capacitor for some extent, I think.
Two
Cap
brooches for Cap.
Cap getting a little bit more, but nothing game changing yet though for him.
Oh, that's a
And
+5 for K.
yeah, K ended up dying stage one to the Vagrant. Couldn't get behind cover right in time. That was unfortunate. Starting off strong.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. Cabbage stage 2 with a War Banner, Leeching Seed, and a Topaz Brooch.
It looks like Cap actually went to the blue portal. I don't know if the blue portal. I think he hit it on purpose. Um,
There's an ICBM in there. Oh, getting the Gore's Tome. Interesting.
that is an interesting play. So he has as many items as Cabbage does, but now he will have an actual lead on economy here through the next stage.
Smart.
So love that.
Yeah.
What do you think he was really looking for in there? I mean, because you know, he didn't go in there to look for a Gore's Tome. He probably went in there to look for like I don't know a feather, an ATG, something
Yeah.
to
Band, maybe.
yeah. It looks like Cabbage is actually printing keys on stage two. This is something that I think is actually a really good idea. Lately in the races, we've seen how powerful keys can be. If you get a key and your opponent doesn't, that can really be a strong lead for you.
Can be
Um,
a big difference.
yeah,
That key
especially
could have a drone man, head
yeah,
stompers,
and we've seen it a
Clover.
lot. So don't don't sleep on the keys. Keys are good. I really like what he's doing there. And we'll see what we get out of it.
Um, Now K did just get an egg.
Okay. Egg is really nice here.
Ooh,
Oh,
Polyloot for Cabbage.
yeah, and it's the Void's cradle, kind of. I don't know where the TP is, but it's kind of in the water down part of the map.
That's nice.
and a caffeinator as
especially with that
well.
capacitor.
Mm-hmm. So caffeinator option here kind of opens up more build paths for cabbage instead
Oh,
of just
there's a speed
capacitor or
printer.
something too, and a speed printer. Wow, this is a really good stage. A
That's
reminder that
nice.
multi's shift scales with movement speed, the damage of it. So if you have a lot of movement speed items and things, it will do a lot of damage, and it's really good at that. So if you know, print a lot of it here and get like a band or something, that would be. It's kind of like a scuffed
Hmm.
loader, right?
Interesting decision from Cap here, choosing to take 2 energy drinks and keep the war banner.
Hmm. I think
Just that teleporter damage, I guess.
I think also just like the speed that you can walk around the teleporter. I think he wants to just make sure he doesn't get hit by a lot of stuff, which I think is fair. But yeah, also
Yeah.
the DPS. He probably will print it maybe afterwards, but about this point or a little bit after, the board banner starts losing value a little bit. But with so few items, I mean, it's a decent part of his build.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bootleg armor piercing round in a way.
Mm-hmm. Depending on the build and the character, but of course.
Yeah, assuming you can utilize attack speed.
I'm really, really liking Cabbage's build here the most, though. Polyloot, double key, and has a couple options for damage equipment builds, so
Yeah,
I like it. And
that's nice.
also, the razor wire from the TP is really nice on multi, obviously. Multi, tons of armor, and you can kind of just abuse that with wisps. It's kind of like pseudo AoE. It's not like amazing AoE, but it is AoE, especially during the teleporters and stuff. But we'll see kind of what Cap does on the stage because he does have the Gorse Home. He is earning a lot more money than Cabbage has during the TP. We'll just see how much he's willing to go across the map with his speed that he printed to get more loot. And there's a ton of loot right next to teleporter. Look at
Ooh,
that. There's like three of them, three chests,
and a
and there's a scrapper
scrapper
as well. That's perfect.
and another uke. So
Ooh,
that's a double poly loot right there.
I don't know
If
if
he can
Cabbage
find it.
has seen those chests. We'll see.
Going into that speed printer, losing the keys.
Oh, and Cabbage finding a band in a multi-shot near the Void Cradle, which is not too far away from
Ugh,
the speed printer.
YouTube streams. I'm behind.
Cabbage actually printing. Oh no, he printed all into speed and he went back to another key. I see. I didn't see that. I thought he was just printing more keys. Cap finally getting the polyloot, and he does have a double polyloot here, so that is really good. I wonder if Cap is saving his scrap for the key printer, or if he's just going more into speed again.
Hmm. I mean, speed is definitely really good.
It is, and he is going more into speed. Okay. We'll see what the impact is of that key. I'm really curious. K's build is looking pretty good, but with that +5, it kind of hurts also. Cabbage getting that other uke near the teleporter as well. Pretty happy to see that. And Cap and Cabbage are both out of the stage at the same time. Here we go, our Fogbound Lagoon of the day. Let's see
I don't know. I'm
here.
kind of liking Cap's build better now.
I'll tell you what I like after the key is opened, I guess. Ooh,
Fair
Cap was
enough.
able to take out a lot more money from TP because he left the Gor's Tome drops on the ground. So he has like 300 bucks into the stage. So you can probably get his teleporter started a little bit
It's
earlier.
nice. Ooh,
There's
and
a
he's printing
gas
some
printer.
gas.
That is really nice. They do need some AoE.
Yeah.
Cabbage already printing two as well. Because like, the AoE of, the M2 or the scrap launcher, just it isn't enough here, right? So you need something, something.
And let's see what K goes into here. They have
Mm-hmm.
not found the poly loot yet. They have not gone into either the speed printer or the key printer. But they do have this egg, which could be huge if there's no other pillar skip
True.
in the entirety of the run. that egg can make a huge difference.
I mean, Cabbage is already on the teleporter for stage 3, and he pretty much bursted the worm down. Let's see what the boss item is. It's another band, so everyone is going to have a band here. Everyone should pretty much find the band from stage 2, but, you know, hey, in case they didn't, or in case K doesn't, I guess. Nah, he will. He's finding it right now.
And Cap is right behind, starting this teleporter.
Nice.
Just that extra poly loot from Cap
Ooh,
is
Cap is
so
scaring
nice.
me a
Oh,
little bit. He's actually
yeah.
using the caffeinator to heal himself during the teleporter, which is really good. Him and Cabbage both have placed it down just for emergency heals, so
You
really
saw
good
him
on
kind
their
of
part.
panic there. His
Yeah,
whole screen went shaky.
the the cool thing about worms is if they touch you, they could slam you into the floor and give you like infinite fall damage. So they can just kill you instantly. So you gotta be really careful when they kind of like hit you on the head. Kay did find the polyloot, which is really good. I am glad.
And he found the uke too, so he
Yep.
has the extra one as well. Cabbage is the only one. Oh no, Cabbage found it. What am I talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Was that this stage? Oh,
Nope.
okay. That's a third one for Cabbage.
Oh, there you go. And okay, the key was a red whip. So because it was a speed printer last stage, this doesn't have as much value, but it does increase the damage of the shift, so it's something. It's nice to have a red whip for Mithrix, though it's not a drone man in the key box, so
Oh, ATG. What are these
where?
items
Ooh.
on Cabbage?
Oh, I was just YouTube delayed for a second.
Yeah. It's a good streaming platform.
Yeah, for
It looks
sure.
like Cap also found the polyloot.
Nice. Having 3 polyloots with an ATG is we're getting into some real damage here actually. Especially with the shift. Now that we have so much speed, and so much like polyloot potential here, and we're starting to ease our way into some crit, like we're getting into some big multiplication here for just slamming into something, proccing bands, polyloot, ATGs. I'd like to see a feather, probably, so that they can more comfortably slam into anything they want, without
Yeah,
kind of
or
falling
safer
back in.
spaces.
Yeah, perfect. They do have an opal. At least Cabbage does. So that'll help with that for sure, though.
Cap did not find the ATG.
Oof, that is kind of rough. That could be a really, really big difference in the Mithrix fight, losing out on that damage. Another Magma Worm for stage 4. Cabbage pretty much went right to the TP here, which I think is a good move.
Yeah,
Cabbage
he
pretty
basically has
much,
what he needs for Mithrix. Just
yeah,
probably looking for a pillar skip now.
pretty much able to stun everything with the shift and all that. Just kind of, stopping elders. It's a Warhorn from TP, so nothing
Oh,
exciting. Uh oh.
broke his elixir.
Oof.
Oh, and Cap found an egg.
Nice. He's actually replacing his caffeinator with that, so he can keep the capacitor. Now that he has 2 bands triple polyloot, that's some really good damage from the capacitor, which worries me a little bit for K because he has not found that, or he didn't find it stage 1. So we'll kind of see how his fight turns out as well.
K also did not find the speed printer,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
or they chose not to go into it. I
I mean
imagine
there
they didn't see it.
there was a scrapper next to teleporter and with like the speed print right there. I assume it was like by choice. If they didn't see it, that's really unfortunate.
It's kind of behind a branch. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask.
Hmm.
And see, Cap struggling a little bit here with healing, trying to utilize those drones.
He did give up the caffeinator, so he doesn't really have any on use healing like he did before.
Mm-hmm.
Cabbage going and looting the stage, getting another red whip. Again, not really like amazing, but he's able to kind of fly through the stage here a little bit faster.
And hey, if they have to do pillars, that red whip
That is
could
true.
make a pretty big difference.
We still haven't seen a true pillar skip yet. We have one egg, but we need something else with multi to skip, I believe, because multi doesn't have a direct air stall in his kit. You would need at least a feather here, I'm pretty sure.
But that
Or,
said,
uh-huh,
pillars should be pretty fast for them. Like half of the problem with pillars is just the time it takes to get to them,
correct.
and not necessarily the pillars themselves. When you have a bunch of movement speed, you can kind of mitigate one of those.
Mm-hmm. But that being said, if you don't know the rules of the races, we do have set, so they only have to do two pillars, because most of the time, if you know we have a racer that did happen to randomly find a pillar skip, and we have a racer that did not, the difference between having to do four pillars, we have to walk all the way around the moon, compared to the person who just found a pillar skip, there was no chance that they could ever really, like, realistically or competitively, like, compete with that time. So we have it change to two pillars. It's kind of a good middle ground there.
And we
But
also, that change was implemented before the safer spaces pillar skip was found.
yeah.
Had we known about that first, I honestly don't know if we would have implemented it. But I'm glad it's here. I think it's a good change. The pillar
Hmm.
skip meta was really, really strong like 6 months ago before we changed it. It was you
Yeah.
need to open every equipment you find, or you run the risk of just losing the run to RNG, basically.
Hmm. There
Oh,
is a
and
fuel
there's an
cell,
egg.
so there we go. Everyone should have a pillar skip on stage 5 here if they choose the fuel cell there. It will be a little long for a pillar
Nice.
skip, but it's still faster than doing pillars here. There is
Hmm.
also a firework printer on stage 5 as well. So if anyone actually kept the caffeinator like K might here, because he never found the capacitor, he might actually open up himself to a firework build, which could be cool. We'll see.
See Cabbage starting this teleporter. Multi cannot slam into the grandparents with the shift, which is really
Nope.
cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Just because of the way the hitbox is or whatever. So
A little bit nervous here. It doesn't seem like he can burst it down that quickly. He's gonna
this
have
is
to
yeah, this
fall
is a
back a bit.
very, very terrible spot for a teleporter, and with the lacking damage for that, it's gonna be a little bit rough. I mean, the good news is that Scrap Launcher is a long range weapon. He also does have capacitor, so he can exactly what he's doing now is just sit far away from it, take it out, go back in when he's ready.
And we can see Cap basically doing the exact same thing, maybe like
Mm-hmm.
20 seconds behind.
They are very, very close on time here. And getting that beautiful daisy from TP, love to see it. Cap, however, did not
Cabbage,
find the fuel cell though. But Cap knows that he does not have a pillar skip right now. So he might actually, I think he's going to loot the stage a little bit more after the TP is done and see if he can scrap up some some pillar skip from somewhere.
that was kind of the Gore's Tome gamble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look at the difference in items between Cabbage and Cap right now.
I know.
Like Cap has the core components of the build. He has like the things he needs, but Cabbage just has a bunch of like little extra things like that extra crit, that ATG, that fuel cell, of course. Like
I
things like
think
that add up.
I think it just comes down to Cabbage's efficiency, whether it be combat efficiency and like routing efficiency. Even though Cap had the advantage on his economy with the Gore's Tome, I don't think he used it as well as he could have, compared to how Cabbage has utilized his own economy, which was still lesser. So,
Cabbage print one firework there and then leave.
mhm.
Interesting.
I think Cabbage gave his Caffeinator to an equipment drone, and I think he might have
Oh,
printed it, the firework, and said, "Oh, I actually don't have it. It's not alive anymore." But I don't know. I mean, but Cabbage is off to the moon, so he does have the pillar
look
skip
at
with
this
the egg.
speed.
Yeah, it was really good. We'll see how the Mythics fight goes, though. They have a lot of speed, right? But they have no feather, they have no saber spaces. Cabbage has one opal, which is kind of nice, but they're gonna have to be very deliberate um, with the Mithrix fight here, because if they, shift too often or shift in the wrong way, they can get, forced into a position they don't want to be in. So you have to really think about this fight very carefully as you play it.
I wonder if Cabbage is going to check soups here. He's just going to go straight up.
Cap
Looks
is
like Cap
actually
is on the
resigning
moon too.
himself to do pillars though, without a skip. He did not see the fuel cell.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's rough. Hey, maybe he'll get lucky. Maybe there will be one in the soup. But even then, he's going to be behind.
Yep. Oh, Cabbage is getting hit by something on his way up. Uh-oh. Okay. He's fine. He found a little foothold here. He's just chilling out waiting for another egg. I think he could have probably saved a little bit of time had you just like went up a little bit of a ramp and then went up. I'm not sure. I think he just wanted to get away from the wisp.
I think best case scenario for Cap here is he finds a headset. I think that's the only way
Yeah.
he gets ahead of Cabbage.
And I
But
mean
then
if
he will lose some good stuff, like
he
guaranteed.
well, he could lose the bans, but that's the only real thing he has of value to lose for his greens. It depends though. I mean, bans are like a fourth of his greens or something right now. He doesn't really have that
And
many.
a phase 4 skip.
That is true. If you lose the pace first, I mean, I think doing pillars is more time than the phase four skip loss though. Oh, Cap has to
Absolutely.
fight this. Okay, he's fine. I was gonna say he has to fight this
Well, that
perfected
burst
wisp, but
damage.
yeah, he got a really good polyloop proc on the capacitor there.
I think that's a crit polyloop proc. That was good.
Cabbage waiting on his second egg to come up, and he's about to go up and start the fight right
Oh,
now.
and Cap not even going to soup, just
Going
doing
straight
soul
to soul
pillars.
pillars, yeah. It looks like this might have been the only area that had two pillars like next to each other, so he didn't have to spend more time routing around the moon. So he's like, okay, I'll just do these here and then we'll be good. The downside of going to soup and not finding anything is just like you just waste an extra minute or two when you could have
Right.
just done pillars anyway. And Cabbage is starting the fight. Let's see his damage. He does have the capacitor, and he does have the egg in a pinch if he needs to get out of a situation. So,
Oh, I didn't even notice this. K found safer spaces.
oh, it must have been this stage too. So,
Yeah, it looked like it was recent.
so Kate does have a pillar skip available. The one for multi is a little bit different than the one for the other characters that normally is done at like the soup area. So I think he's practiced that this one quite a bit, but just so you know, it is different. So,
It's the hardest one, I think.
ooh, Cap is really trying to. Oh my god, that.
Cabbage kind of struggling. He's getting hit
Oh,
a lot by Mithrix here.
yeah, it's tough when you get into this kind of situation. It's like the positioning and multi's kind of low acceleration. His like forced knockback every time you shift and stuff. It can
No
be,
feather.
yeah. Gotta be careful. He's utilizing his egg quite a bit just to get away because he just needs that space. There's no chrono bobble in this loadout either. There's no tenna bobble or anything like that. There's nothing to really
Yeah.
slow Mithrix down. It's like you only get really a few shots before he gets all the way from the middle of the arena to the edge.
I think K can come back here, actually. I think there's a high possibility that Cabbage dies here just based off of his healing and how much damage he's already taken. And Cap, not looking too hot right now either.
Cap, I guess. Okay, he realized that the second soul pillar was just not going to be viable, so he actually took the time to walk all the way to design. The first soul pillar took him so long, I think, that it was just like he didn't want to deal with another one.
That said, though, even if Cabbage does +5,
He's
I
still
think
ahead
it
of
would be
K.
hard for K to come back.
I mean, K has to have a lot more damage to make up that time lost from the +5. And I don't know if I mean he still has also less damage than Cabbage does. We have to keep that in mind too. Cabbage has the extra polyloot and the ATG where K does not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cap is done with pillars. Even with 2 pillars, I mean, it taking that long, right? And meanwhile, Cabbage is in the middle of phase 2, so it's a little bit tough.
Really quick runs though for this multi loadout. Like as you
hmm
said, multi always gets insane RNG.
This is actually, I mean, it's a fine run, but it's actually like one of the worst multi builds we've seen in a while because we usually always just get like headset and drone man and like all of this like crazy stuff. But I mean, this is like a good build though, good damage. I just wish they
Oh,
had
cabbage.
oh, just wish they had a feather.
Yeah, I mean there was that safer spaces that
Mm-hmm.
would have got him by. It looks like there was or K finding the fuel cell.
Cap in the Mythos fight
Not
doing
that he really
his
needs it.
damage. He started the fight a lot later than Cabbage did though, so and also with his less damage, it's just going to be a little bit harder, right? Myth is going to have more health. He has fewer
But
items.
if cabbage +5's here and Cap doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
he'll take it.
Yeah, you just gotta play well all the way through.
And that is a definite possibility right now.
Yeah, Cabbage has no healing. Um,
He's got that drone, but that
that
drone
drone.
is probably gonna die phase 3. He does have money, so he can rebuy it.
It's just a shame because he purposely gave his caffeinator to a drone, but the grandparent that spawned in stage 5 killed it, so his healing would just went out the window.
And there goes the drone. Hopefully he saw where it went. Oh, getting harassed by the
Cabbage,
orbs.
it's okay. Multi has so much armor, you kind of need to tank a little bit if you're kind of focusing on dodging the pizza there.
He doesn't
But he
have
doesn't
much more he
have,
can tank
yeah,
though.
it's only a
No
few more
wraps or
shots.
rucklers or anything.
This is getting kind of tough with only really that one opal.
Oh,
It's pizza time. Oh God,
I think you're a little
Jesus,
behind.
I am. Um, I don't want to like speed it up right now though. He purposely is trying to keep very, very far away from the ads. So he's trying to pull them to one side of the map and then try to use his red whips and speed to get himself to the other side when Mithrix comes down for pizza, so he's not as harassed. Though they are still spawning around him, so he has to be
Yeah,
obviously
those
careful
orbs
here.
are. Oh, this is where that mobility is really helping.
Mm-hmm.
Being in this situation with no mobility would be a death sentence.
Oh, immediately. And Cabbage might only need to go through one more pizza phase, but he's doing pretty well right now. He just needs to keep it up.
Oh, getting hit by needles.
That golem is kind of in his face a little
There we
bit.
go. He's got
Okay,
it.
nice. Really good job from Cabbage. Really, I see that a lot from newer players. They wonder how to deal with the ads during pizza and stuff. And my biggest tip is to not really fight them as much. It's to get away from them if you can. So Cabbage utilizing the space of the arena, pulling them to one side, and then
Ugh.
utilizing the space of the other side is really important.
Getting hit a little bit. He's fine.
He's fine. GG from Cabbage on that one. Very good. Let's see how
Very
Cap
good.
does. Cap has more of his health at this point than Cabbage did. I think Cabbage really lost a lot of his health in phase 2 from a wisp, and it was really hard to recover from that point. But Cap looking like he's going into phase 3 with quite a bit more. But that being said, one pizza slice will kill him. So,
Mm-hmm. No, he's. Oh, interesting. Did you see what Cabbage just did?
yeah. That is a known tech with egg you can get out of the arena.
I wouldn't have even thought of doing that. That's
It's
crazy.
it's a lot faster if you don't have a good portal. I think Hercule found that one actually.
Yeah, so if you
K.
didn't know, you can actually get out of the arena with the egg there.
Mm-hmm. There's a few ways to do it, but I think that's the most consistent, closest to the ship one. All right, Cap is starting his pizza fiasco. He has less movement
And
speed than Cabbage has, though, actually. Cabbage having those two extra red whips, one from the key box, really helps in trying to get away from the ads and stuff during pizza. So,
well, hold on. Let's look at this skip from K.
okay, he messed it up.
Never mind.
K is trying to
Just go
do
for the egg.
yeah, I was just gonna say he's trying to do the host skip with the saber spaces for multi, which you need to be in that specific spot. But at this point, he has a double egg. He kind of probably should just went for it.
Just lost an elixir.
Oof, a little bit rough on that one. All right, let's bring in Cabbage. Hello, Cabbage.
I seem to have overestimated my build a little bit,
Maybe
tiny little bit.
the lack of like feather or anything or healing was pretty rough in phase 3, but you did a good
I
job.
yeah, I realized I didn't have any healing when I entered the fight.
Yeah. No damage mitigation, no repulsion
Yeah,
armor,
I had Opal. I had Opal.
rucklers.
Opal saved your
Opal
life for
saved my
sure.
life.
Yeah,
Yes.
And there was a
Uh,
safer spaces somewhere.
yeah. On stage 5, K found it, but
mm, yeah, I just realized my Mithrix fight was like gonna be really tough, and I'm glad I didn't die.
now you did a good job. I mean, all honestly, the red whips plus the speed from stage 2 helps so much in just getting away from shit.
Yeah, it was so scary. It was scary.
It looked like you took a lot of hits early on in phase 1.
Yeah,
And
I didn't like. I don't know. I don't know how to play this game.
then you
I
got
get
burst
hit by
down by that
Mithrix.
wisp in phase 2.
Man,
And so you're kind of
yeah.
playing on the back foot the entirety
I
of that
lost
phase.
I lost my repulsion to some printer.
Yeah, that
Oh
would have
well.
been really helpful. Cap, though, is kind of in a similar position. He's almost done with phase 3, though. He just got to keep it strong for a little bit more. He's trying to phase 4 skip. So see if he can do it without dying to one of the golems here. I think if he
Oh,
gets directed by a golem, he will die. So
Yes.
look at
Yeah.
this Krunder build on K.
I think the damage is okay
Wow.
with the Krunder, but it took a long time for him to get the money and get there and skip pillars. So
It did. And it's probably not going to last the whole fight.
no, he only has 5,000 left, which it's gonna be a little bit rough here.
Yeah, I had a
Cap,
caffeinator drone.
Yeah, the caffeinator drone
just
died
about
to the
done.
parent, I think, the grandparent.
I don't know. I don't did it? It
I
might
mean,
have. But that
yeah,
was my healing, and then it was gone
yeah.
and made me
I saw you
sad.
print the firework, and then you're like, "Oh, I don't have the drone anymore."
Yeah. I thought just, a firework. Why not?
Yeah, why not? And Cap is done. Not a
Wow.
bad, not a bad time. I think you and Cap played very, very similarly, but
I
he
can
was just a little bit
see
slower.
his items. I recognize those items. He did. So what was there on stage one? Did anyone like win on stage one because the 4 chance shrines?
Nope.
Okay.
You and Cap finding the capacitor was the best thing on stage 1
Interesting. There
that we
wasn't like
found
a
anyway.
clover on hit 7 or something.
No. Now, K actually came out of stage 1 with quite a few items, but none of them were particularly very interesting,
Hmm.
as you can see as his early items are. So,
Interesting. On that prediction, Cap was actually favored. It was 51 Cap, 42 Cabbage.
wow.
Oh man. Yeah, I fell off, so I don't blame them.
Nah,
Oh,
Cap's
this
just
guy
good.
though. Not
Cap's good
really.
now.
No, he's not that good. Look at Cap. No, we're just worse. That's all it is.
True. Oh, there was an egg on stage 1, but there were so many eggs throughout the run that it wasn't really too much of an advantage.
Cap's not gonna
Cabbage,
fight the ship, surely.
I liked your egg skip at the end there.
I was looking for my healing drone because I was a bit scared of ship, but I couldn't find it.
I think it was towards the blood pillar end of the arena.
Yeah, I don't know when it died. I just know that it died. It made me sad. It wasn't really healing me though, so
Nah.
like it was just doing a whole lot of nothing.
And Cap is done. Hello, Cap.
Hello.
Hey. So you got second. Congratulations.
Okay, not bad.
How'd the run go?
Not too bad. I think I pushed it a good amount. I didn't find a pillar skip, which other people might have, which could have changed things.
Yes.
People
You're the only one.
Yeah, okay.
So
Only one that did pillars. Okay.
There were a few. Stage 5, there was a save for spaces. Stage 5, there was also a fuel cell for your egg. And those are the big ones. I mean, Cabbage did the egg fuel cell, which took a little bit of time. Kay tried the save for spaces one, and he messed it up, so he had to do the fuel cell with egg.
Okay. So they both had. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. I was banking on there not being anything for me, and I guess there was, but not bad.
Well, pillars weren't too bad for you because you had so much speed.
Yeah,
just
that
getting from one to another
did help a bit. Without the speed, I'm sure it would have gone a lot worse.
And had you been able to like get those soul pillars done like really quick, you basically would have been there when Cabbage was, but you just did not have the damage for that.
Yeah, it was kind of just like the bands on a 10-second cooldown, and then whenever I could proc polyloot, but Scrap Launcher doesn't proc too often, so yeah, not bad though. GG's Cabbage. What's K doing now then?
K died stage 1, and has been on his back foot ever since. He's charging ship right now, but
didn't find the speed printer.
No.
Ooh, tough.
Which was another huge thing. He had less damage than. Well, Cabbage had the most damage in his build. He had found an ATG stage 3. In addition to the extra polyloots, which you found, Cap, but stuff like that. K never found the capacitor stage 1 either, so it was a little bit slower on that end. Yeah.
Crunder's not bad with polyloot though.
No, but he did have to farm for it on the moon quite a bit, and then
yeah, he didn't have to do pillars, so true.
And K is done, so let's bring him in. Hello, K.
No.
How you doing?
No.
Oh no.
How was the run?
Can we move on?
Yes, we can.
Absolutely.
Tough start, but
I'm losing now.
I've been there. That's like I hate I hate it sometimes when you like do horrible in a loadout and then you join the cast and then I feel like you guys talk about the loadout for like 10 hours and it's like, can we please just do the next one?
And I'm like, hey, talk about every detail about it. Thanks.
Yeah, I died stage 1 because I'm drunk. And after that, like the polyloot meant that no one else will die on their own. So I was kind of just.
You still would have gotten last if you hadn't died.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm also bad.
Okay. Anyway, Bandit time.
I'm drunk and I'm bad, and can we move on?
Yeah. See, that was warm-up loadout, okay? Multi sucks anyway.
That being
denied
said,
bonus points, so I'm fine. Like, who cares?
Yeah, no bonus points.
I have
Thank God.
I'm used to it.
2 notes for you. You did miss the capacitor stage 1, which kind of sucked. But you did get the saver spaces stage 5. You also missed a speed printer stage 2, which kind of sucked.
I saw the speed printer.
Okay.
I saw it.
Yeah, I was about to say you don't miss that. Like it's
well, you didn't go into
there.
it, but
what were the white items you wanted to keep?
There was a scrapper next to TP as well, if you didn't see it.
Yeah, there was the scrapper too.
I was just kind of like behind on time, you know. I kind of died stage 1, so I just printed a key. Like, thank you, Cabbage.
Yeah, no problem.
Then I left. Yeah, the key gave garbage, by the way. Red Whip.
Yeah,
actually, it gave movement speed. It gave a Red Whip, okay? It gave 2.5 energy drinks.
That's good. That's good.
It was kind of nice. Well, if you guys
Alright,
want to just
Bandit.
head over to Bandit, we'll just do that. Send it.
Yes,
All right.
please.
All
Actually.
right.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right, Bandit, going quick, as we do.
Only loadout today with Abandoned Aqueduct,
Oh, nice.
so they can get bans here. Also, Prion. So I bet we're gonna see Cabbage go for like a banned Prion strat. That's usually what he does in the scrims, at least. Whenever
Okay.
both these maps appear, I've seen him just send it and go through stage 1 really fast.
I mean, yeah, this is just such a good loadout all around. This isn't a loadout where we're gonna worry about anyone dying. We're just here to focus purely on speed and see how fast we can push it. And there's a speed printer, there's a hoof printer
Speaking of
stage 1.
speed, yeah.
Boom. Perfect.
All you really need on this character is speed and backup mags.
Yep.
The hemorrhage is so fucking powerful on Mithrix. And a little bit of AoE to get you through the run.
If anyone has seen the current Gauntlet world record on speedrun.com, from the vaccine demon himself, he just like goes right to the his build is absolutely terrible. He goes right to the moon and he just uses hemorrhage and just gets it done really fast. And so far, no one has been able to beat him for months. So that's just how powerful hemorrhage is. It's not about, the crazy desperado band stacking like many of you play your runs normally. It's just hemorrhage is just good.
And K already doing the teleporter.
Nice. Picking up the pace a little bit on this one as well. From last time. Last run, we saw him kind of looting the stage 1 a little bit more and kind of trying to collect more of a build before he started to be a little bit more comfortable. But with this one, yeah.
I'm betting he just wants to burst down this Vagrant. Oh, that was close. Burst down this Vagrant, get the money from the teleporter, pretty much probably get everything on this side of the map, and then go into speed. And then just get out of there. And a Frost Relic, that's going to be nice. Especially later on, because this is the only one where we have Siren's Call. And a little bit of trivia about Frost Relic is the only way it can crit is on Bandit. It does not work with Ocular HUDs. It does not work with crit glasses. But if you're behind an enemy on Bandit, it can actually crit. So Frost Relic is a really good item to have. That's the AoE they need, basically.
Yeah, normally Frost Relic is one of those items that can be overlooked quite easily in a normal like full looted run. But here with so few items and so much of their time in the run spent in the teleporter, it's just really nice to get rid of all that stuff. And especially when the teleporter is so small as it is.
A lot of the time I actually prefer it to like Tesla Coil. I think Frost Relic just has so much DPS. Very overlooked item.
If you use it well, yeah. It looks like everyone is getting the Frost Relic. Cap and Cabbage have a card. I don't think they're going to be really using that card, though. There is
maybe
like
outside of
one
this
multi-shop like right there next to TP, but we'll kind of see. This because they started the teleporter so fast, there's not going to really much money to go around. So
now the thing that is nice about it though is on this stage there's a speed printer, so they could farm a little bit and use the card, and then just get a shit ton of speed early on.
Yeah, for the rest of the run, I would be very tempted to do that.
Looks like Cabbage got a quail somewhere.
Oh, that's nice. A lot of green
sad.
items from Cabbage. Yeah.
Which is what you don't want to see when you have a speed printer.
Yep. Okay,
leaving the Frost Relic on the ground, I wonder
Mm-hmm.
if he's going to try to recycle that. Not that there is a recycler, but
there could be. That's the essence of macro, right? A little bit, just saying like, hey, what if? Kind of checking out the stage a little bit first before you make decisions.
I just realized they got to be careful with that Frost Relic on the stage, though.
And there's a recycler right next to TP, dude.
Ooh, okay.
There is one. That is crazy.
Is it worth to recycle the Frost Relic, though?
Yes, yes, yes.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good and
I
it's
don't
fine,
know.
but it can be replaced with some white items in terms of AoE. But if you get like a headset or a drone man, I think you have to take that chance. And
There's
you
just
got it.
so many reds that don't do anything for you.
The thing is, Cabbage is also not going to have enough money for the recycler. Wait, he does.
No, there he goes.
Perfect amount. It's crazy. This is why you literally every
And Meat
time
Hook.
that you see a red that you do not like particularly are super excited about, just wait. Just wait a couple seconds. It's okay. You don't have to get it right away.
I was excited about it.
Yeah, well,
I feel like Meat Hook though is kind of like it's again that's not really going to be helpful on Mithrix. I think that's kind of a neutral reroll.
it does about the same job. It's AoE
It's
for
AoE,
teleporters.
yeah.
Yep. Let me speed up Cabbages a little bit, see if I can catch up a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. But yeah, I mean, now we have a very big difference between Cabbage, and K right now because two of them have a recycler and K does not. So
yeah. The sad thing is there's that speed printer. Only one hoof got printed among all three of these racers.
yeah, I don't know if they all saw it. I know that K did.
Yeah, K
but
definitely did.
I don't remember who was next to it or not.
But Cabbage and Cap do have that wax quail,
Mm-hmm.
which makes up for that. That recycler on Cabbage and Cap actually.
There is a cube that just dropped for K, so you can actually use the cube to pull pots around the stage, and this might give K a really easy bans here. So he's kind of looking for
Yeah,
a pot nearby. He just doesn't find one near that button. Maybe not.
I think judging by the speed at which he hit stage 1 teleporter, I'm guessing he's going for the Prion band strat.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see if he can do it. He does find a pot here, and he's trying to get it over that bridge. Let's see if it has... He might have to wait a minute for the cube to be on cooldown, though, because I think trajectory was a little bit high on that. No,
Looks like
it
it'll be
actually did
okay.
a good job. Yeah. I thought it fell a little bit short, but it's actually just good.
He's got to be quick.
Just gotta... And good. Good job, Kay. Again, I mean, that's just one of those things. It's all about the little tiny bits of game sense here and there that you collect through practicing for the races and stuff. And knowing that if you see that cube, that's easier bans to get them quicker so you can get the Prion faster, stuff like that. It's just gotta be on it.
I don't know that the other two are going to be in time. They have 2 minutes to do pots and get bans and get the Prion.
Ooh, the second
ATG for
green
Cabbage, though.
reroll is ATG, yeah. So Cap will be able to get it if he rerolls any other green. But if he gives up his recycler too soon before he does that, then he's not going to be able to get it. Also, pennies for Cabbage, which is really nice. He's also
Nice.
finding some AoE.
Hell yeah.
I think K might be the only one that actually gets the bans here, actually. I don't know if the other two will do it. Cap actually re-rolling the
capacitor
cube to get the capacitor, yeah, so.
I mean, that's better than a Brion. And a second quail.
I'd say so.
Which I think is unfortunate for K because he's playing very well right now, trying to get that Prion band build, but if he just took a second longer to get that recycler, he could have a much better capacitor band build.
Cap rolling his second green to get the ATG, which is really nice.
Cap
There
not even going
is
for
a family
the
event
capacitor.
on stage 3, and it is the worst one, actually. I would say it's the worst one. But they're Bandit, so it's going to be okay. It is a golem event.
Actually, I don't mind the golem event that much. The nice thing about the golems is they give you quite a bit of gold. Like, you do not struggle for money when you have golem events.
That is true, but if you're a character with low speed and a large hitbox, it's like absolutely terrible. I think. Larva events are pretty bad though too.
Rerolling the Prion into a pillar skip for Cap. Okay.
Interesting. They might take Prion out of this stage, but for this stage they're going to be using the recycler. If they get and there's a feather right next to the Prion box as well for Cabbage. If they get something like a boss item from TP the Neural, they could reroll it, maybe get something cool. But we'll see. I would
Cap
like to
doing the
see.
teleporter.
Oh, here we go. The first well, I don't even know if Cabbage has really re-rolled as many equipments as Cap has, but I think Cap is further down the. Oh, there is a neuron. He almost flew into it, and it's actually a molten perforator.
Oh,
So
nice.
we got a nice Murph, and it's really sad then for K because K without the recycler, that means he just does not have Murph. He's just gonna take a neural. Tough.
That recycler difference.
Mm-hmm. And it was right next to TP too.
Oh, and missing the. Oh, that was so sad. Did you did
Saw
you
that,
see
yeah.
that? You thread the needle.
Oh, dude. K missed the point blank Prion. Tragic. All right. So the thing is with Molten Perforator, though, it is more of a teleporter kind of clearing item than it is for Mithrix. It can do a lot of damage to Mithrix if it hits, but it's kind of hard to. If they can get some Chrono Bobble or some Bobble or something, it would be a lot nicer to synergize with.
K typing good in chat.
Good. I think he typed goal, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
It's Japanese. I can't tell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, K did move to Japan, by the way, which is why his game is in Japanese at the moment.
It was in Japanese before he moved to Japan.
Yeah. I've seen some questions. So it's really interesting though. I mean, I really like Cabbage's build as well. And we talked about this before, but Cabbage just has more stuff in his build still. And it's like he's still pretty much on pace with Cap. It's interesting to see how he always gets more stuff. Routes a little bit better. Hopefully Cap finds this feather right here. He
Ooh.
does. Good job.
And Cap going for the wings now. Getting rid of that recycler. He's like, you know what?
Yeah.
It's carried me this far, but I just need to get to Mithrix.
I mean,
I'll accidentally bang the bungus.
They definitely have enough damage and mobility to just go to Mithrix and win, especially with the feather now. So I definitely think that's an okay strategy. I don't know if Cabbage has a wing on this map. I don't know if he rerolled the Prion or not. To get, I think he might have rerolled like the card early, maybe, or like a equipment on another map. So it's like, I don't know
I
where
think
he's
he
at
could,
with his
though.
equipment reroll.
Because there's like another equipment there. I think.
We'll see.
But this is where having a Frost Relic is really nice, though. Just dealing with the larva, which is Cap's arch nemesis in this game.
Okay, so Cabbage needs one more equipment on to reroll somewhere to get the wings. He doesn't have that equipment on this map yet. There's also an Opal printer, and he gave up his speed for it immediately.
Cap is just going. Stage 4 teleporter already.
So Cap
13 minutes in. That's
a
crazy.
little bit of advantage here. Cap, the past few days, has been speed running to try to get the Bandit world record. He has not gotten it, but he is definitely in a Bandit mindset right now, and I think he realized he has enough to get to the moon and do what he needs to do. So he's gonna start going really fast here.
He's the only one with that backup mag.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Which is going to be a lot of extra damage during
Brain
Mithrix.
socks
Oh my
for
god.
Cabbage. I don't know what he re-rolled into Brain Socks, because I'm assuming he just pick it up, but
yeah, that looks like a reroll.
yeah. And a key for Cabbage as well, so we'll see. Oh, it was reject. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, Rejuvenation Rack's not really going to do much for him here, so and a Uke from stage 4 TP. It's interesting to see how K has pretty much caught up right to Cap. They got
Yeah.
the teleport at the same time, so.
Does not have that pillar skip though.
It's true, it's true. He still has the Prion. And there's no saber spaces in sight, so. A little tough
And
on
Cap,
that
I
end.
think, overall has a better build. Even though K does have the bands, Cap's got that backup mag, the ATG, the Molten Perforator, and the double coil, which is really fucking nice.
Yeah, I just saw something that you're able to re-roll the beads. I need to talk to the mod team about that.
Oh yeah, you've been able to do that for forever.
Yeah. You're not supposed to. It's fine. No
I
one's
remember
doing it
one
on
race, I
purpose.
think I did that on the moon just to like get an egocentrism and like stare at it,
I don't remember
make chat go crazy.
that.
They love ego.
Dude. I'm actually let's see if Cabbage rerolls this Wungus. He did and got a needle tick, so he was really hoping for that saver spaces there. I was kind of hoping for it too, but needle tick isn't bad. It's just not like it's not a saver spaces. He did not need the Wungus really either, because he does have a slug. So for healing, he's okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Cap starting the stage 5 teleporter.
Yeah. Just a reminder, Cabbage still needs one more
Ooh.
equipment reroll to get his wings. So when he finds it,
Mending brass contraptions.
oh, nice.
Gross.
Beautiful. Love that. I can't really see. Oh, God. Cap
Oh,
took a
shit.
direct shot from a brass contraption there. Jesus. He did not die, which is
That was
crazy.
rough.
But even his one shot protection actually saved him.
Yeah, it must have been.
Cabbage actually
He's gotta be really
re-rolling the
careful.
Uke because he has smokes. He's the only one with it, so he felt comfortable getting rid of it. Unfortunately, it was an infusion, but just a note on that one.
Yeah, smokes are basically just better ukulele.
Yeah. K is scanning the map a little bit more, looking for his player skip. There is a tri-shop down there. He doesn't see really anything in it, unfortunately. I don't think he checked the other side of it, though, so I don't know.
The smokes should help Cabbage on this teleporter.
Oh, I
Frost
think
Relic is
so.
not really doing a lot for him here. Although it is kind of helping with some of these ads.
Like the smaller
Oh,
ones,
there we
yeah.
go. It's actually not doing too bad.
He just needs to keep it up with the wisps and everything. And the alpha constructs. K actually using his Prion before the TP, just on a random Solus unit. I'm surprised, actually. I think he just wants to get enough money very quickly because he's just trying to get this. Oh, he's looking at the gun. All right.
He's in for a surprise.
Hmm.
I guess
I
he can
mean,
get the empathy cores.
he can
from,
get it right now. Yeah, the Empty Cores. I don't think he killed the Solus unit, did he? I know he did a lot of damage to it. I don't think he killed it. Maybe it's dead.
Who
Oh,
are
it's
you
right
talking
there.
about?
The gun for K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's right behind him. It's fine. You could get him the cores if he
Looking
needs
for a
to.
pillar skip there. Unlucky.
You know, he might have greeted that gun because it was a random in that tri shop for equipment, and he's like, "Ooh, I love gun," you know. And it might have just been a
Oh.
pillar skip that he turned down.
And it looked like Cabbage was trying to do an AWU skip there. Did not work.
Shame.
It looked like he was trying to like shift inside of the Alley Worship unit spawn with Smoke Bomb. I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know if it
Ooh,
works.
backup mag.
Ooh,
Nice.
really nice. Cap is looting up stage 5 quite a bit here as well. I'm actually surprised at how much he's looting, considering what his build is. He is getting some armor piercing rounds, which is pretty good.
and a chrono. That's really nice.
Again, really for the Molten Perforator. It's really kind of that synergy that you really want.
For the Molten Perforator, but also stacking Hemorrhage is a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. They don't have the throwing knife. They have the melee knife. So they do have to get in a little bit.
Yeah. But man, Cap's still the only one with that pillar skip. Getting here sub 20. That's really damn good.
It is good. Does anyone have the Gauntlet World Record for Bandit? The number on hand? I don't remember what it is. But it's pretty quick. What up, Limit? Oh, Cabbage misclicked, I think. I don't know if he noticed that he misclicked, but he did. He did get the end of the course, though, with the gun. So that's good. I don't think he's going to reroll them, but... Because he's still really just looking for German here at this point.
Huh.
About 22 minutes, yeah. And 23 minutes, okay. So 23 minutes for the Gauntlet World Record. And you can even look at his items. Again, really bad items, right? Just like a normal lights out run, just using Hemorrhage very well. So again, it does surprise me that Cap has taken as long as he has. Thank you, chat.
Well, you got to play a little bit safer in a gauntlet run.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like the races aren't speed runs. It's very different, but just to show like, how much damage and everything this run has, and it's
Uh-huh.
still like quote that much slower, All right. Cabbage has taken a long time on the stage to kind of look for pillar skips of some kind, but even re-rolling pretty much everything is just like there's not really one there. Meanwhile, Cap is just in the fight. So
Nice. Start getting those Hemorrhage stacks in.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
He
just
did
as a
find that armor
reminder,
piercing round.
yeah, he did. It's really nice. And just as a reminder, the way Mithrix jumps, right? When he jumps to the middle of the arena, he's going to land the same way that he was facing when he jumped. So it's very important to pay attention to his positioning and where he's looking so you can get maximum hemorrhage stacks.
Cap taking a lot of hits, and it also looked like he dropped his initial Hemorrhage stack there. Kind of hard to do initially. It gets a lot easier once he jumps to the center.
You can pretty much chain it just from center shots, so be okay.
Cap. He's missing half his health here.
He's getting double stacks of hemorrhage every time he drops, though, which is really good.
Yeah, and he's got 2 feathers. He shouldn't take any more damage here. I think just getting like that initial 25% health is kind of hard there.
K is off to the moon. Cabbage has not activated teleport yet, which is actually pretty surprising to me.
Out of character.
Very. Phase 1 Mythics for Cap should be over in just a few seconds here. The hammer stack is up to... Oh my god. He quailed almost right into that hammer swing. That was terrifying. Ooh.
Take some damage from it. Did not get out unscathed.
Jesus.
But a direct blast probably would have killed him there. Quails are kind of scary. They'll get you through, but you got to watch out, especially like during pizza. Okay, now the hard thing about going all into hemorrhage is phase 2.
Yep.
Phase 2, you can't really stack hemorrhage that much. You have to stack it individually on all the different enemies. So this is where having like Frost Relic, ATGs, that Uke comes in handy. The molten perforators are really good on the golems.
It's the downside of any dot-based build, right? Especially when we think about someone like Acrid as well. This is always going to be that stopping point because you kind of need more like sustained or burst damage, not just like a, a damage over time.
But Cap's getting through it pretty quick.
He is. I mean, we said it before that they do have good damage, all of them. I mean, there's the ATG from the Recycler that K doesn't have, but K has bans though. Half of them have Molten Perforator. I mean, there is damage here that is good. So
I would not be surprised to see Cap get some bonus points here, honestly.
oh, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Being the only one with the
Cabbage,
skip and getting there first.
yeah.
Ooh. Assuming he doesn't get hit here, he's kind of low on health.
Yeah, one pizza slice and he's out. -5 minutes, or even a hammer slam. So just gotta be really careful. No one has good movement speed here, and that's what's really, really detrimental about the pillars that Kay and Cabbage are having to do. They have to walk all the way to the pillars. And Kay left to the moon a while ago. We saw when he got in, but it's taken him this
Ooh.
long just to get to one of the pillar areas.
Trading his reds for smart armor piercing rounds here.
Oh, and Cabbage finally re-rolling his last equipment that he needed with the Recycler, and Cap got
Oh.
hit by pizza and died.
Oh no.
No, he quailed into the pizza slice, dude. It's really rough when you have such low movement and you're relying so much on quails here. One bad quail can just force you into the slice like that.
That's so unfortunate.
So now, looking at Cabbage, now that he re-rolled his equipment, got the wings,
Yeah.
he's looking there. He's looking like he could snag first.
Which is devastating for these other racers because Cabbage is already in the lead.
Yeah. I mean, Kay having to do pillars. I mean, he had to walk all the way to the back of the map here just to get to the blood pillars. And there are 2 of them, so he can get 2 done here. But and he has to walk all the way back just to get to event. It's going to be really tough.
Oh, Cabbage. Cap.
Yeah, that was
that OSP.
saving him twice. Oh no, the golems are shooting him. No, that's another death for Cap, dude.
No.
His wings ran out right as he went to greed the hemorrhage on Mithrix jumping down the center. And that was what it was. It was greed. If you don't have any fuel cells and you have wings... Oh, and K dies as well from a golem at Blood Pillars. If you don't have any fuel cells for wings, the wings stop activating at 45 seconds left on your cooldown. So it's really important to kind of keep track of it. Man, such a lead, and now you have a 10-minute deficit is brutal, dude. Cabbage looking suddenly extremely good. That being said, Cap is done, and, Cabbage still could die here. So it's not necessarily
Cabbage has that opal,
a free win. Oh, that's true.
Like, you saw he just got hit, and he took basically no damage.
Yeah. Cabbage also has a field cell for his wings, so he does have more mobility if he needs to get away from stuff during phase 3.
Man,
I don't think it's possible.
Has got to be upset at himself.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible for Cabbage to get bonus points. He'd have to finish all of the phases of the fight in 3 minutes.
Yeah, and charging the ship alone takes
a minute.
What, a minute?
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean,
I guess Cap hasn't done yet.
Yeah, still 3 minutes to get to the ship.
It is Cabbage, though. Who knows?
He did find a fire band as well. So on one of his last rerolls on stage 5. So he does have phase 4 skip potential.
He's going through this pretty quick.
Using the wings to get as many backstabs as possible for the wisps is really good here. Plus he has a band which Cap did not. And I think he has more damage than Cap did anyway. I think. But let's bring Cap in here and pick his brain a little bit about the Mithrix fight. Hey.
Hey.
So let's
How
talk
about that fight?
it.
Yeah, dude, if you guys have seen my streams recently, this is all I've been doing. I've
And
been
that's
speedrunning
hold
Bandit
on,
and
shut up.
dying to
K
Mithrix.
died to Mithrix right now as well. Phase 1, which is
Nice.
really unfortunate. Go on.
No, that's it. Just that
Yeah.
I've been speedrunning Bandit, and for the past like 3 days that I've done it, I've just been throwing. And look at that. A Bandit throw.
It's tough, dude. When you get into the speedrunning mentality a little bit and you just keep choking and then you take that into the races, it's like, oh man. Just let me have a good one.
Uh-huh.
And
That was
I think I did do pretty good overall. Is literally just the Mithrix fight was sloppy as
Oh
shit.
yeah,
No,
you were
you
doing
did great.
great.
You were on pace way ahead of everyone else for the whole time. You were in the
Yeah.
Mithrix fight while, I mean, I think Cabbage was still on stage 4 or into stage 5 just barely. Like, you had quite a considerable lead, and you were doing the right things, getting the hemorrhage down quick and everything. But the coil and
Yeah,
the
it was
pizza,
just I
and
don't know
then,
why I decided to greed hemorrhage during pizza.
yeah.
But it was also
Uh,
just phase 1, I think, too. Like, you greeted that so much.
yeah, I did.
was a
I was
lot of
getting slapped
hemorrhage
around to
greed.
get him out.
But it's all good. I don't think Cabbage is gonna. Well, Cabbage might earn bonus points from your deaths there, so we'll see. Bonus points. He'd have to finish it pretty
No.
fast.
Yeah, he'd have to be like at the ship now, wouldn't he?
No, it's 7 minutes. I mean, you finished at almost
No,
40.
39.
He's maybe about to phase 4 skip here. I guess not enough damage.
Oh, was there a band? There was a band.
Yeah, it was stage
Sad.
5.
I knew it.
So
Stage
Cabbage
5. Okay.
took the recycler a lot further than you did. He took it to stage 5, and that's where he finally got his last equipment reroll for the wings
True.
there. So,
Which could have been beneficial. Did he get any good rerolls?
not anything particularly crazy, to be honest, besides the band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Missing a little bit of damage there on the skip.
getting prolapsed at the end there. Love to see it.
Yeah. Fortunately, the end of the cores didn't pose too much of a problem in phase 4 for Cabbage either. He's just kind of able to, get all the backstab damage in. Yeah, I don't think Cabbage gets bonus points here. Barely missing. It's because of that phase 4 skip. I think he may have had a chance, but it's a little bit rough. Either way, good time.
GG for the consolation first place.
Yeah, you
Oh,
allowed him to win. K is getting blasted
Yeah.
here by all the golems and stuff. It's really scary. But he is halfway through
Also,
phase 3, so.
you missed an opal at some point, Cap, which
Oh, that would have been nice.
would have saved you probably.
Probably.
Not from the pizza.
Yeah, not
But-
from the pizza. But maybe the other time. I'm happy. I think after the first death, I just kind of checked out. And that second death was obviously, it shouldn't have happened. So I'm happy
Yeah.
that didn't really change anything,
Yep.
thankfully.
It was a little bit of a greed play on that one. K is almost done. And some tough things today already. I thought, like going into it, I was like, dude, this is gonna be the easy loadout today. I mean, we have Void Fiend coming up, so I mean,
It was easy. What
yeah.
did K struggle on? I guess we could talk about it when he's coming in.
He died to Blood Pillars because he had to do pillars, and he died to phase 1 Mithrix. He was just a little bit slower. He didn't find the recycler. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
he also went bans.
Mhm.
He kind of did different things. Like he did not get the molten perforator.
Which was
Yeah, 'cause
pretty
the
rough for the
recycler.
teleporters and stuff. Yep. Hello, Cabbage.
Hey,
How was
Hello.
the run?
I hated it.
What?
Why do you hate it?
I'm glad you asked. Stage 5.
Just
Like,
rerolling
Stage
I
stuff
5
for the
TP was
skip.
tough.
I just thought my game was bugged. Like, there was just no teleporter. Like,
Oh, you couldn't find it.
it just wasn't there. I don't know. Like,
I was wondering why you spent so long on the stage. I thought you were just rerolling stuff for skips.
no, I was not re-rolling stuff. I was trying to find the TP. Like, I don't know. I swear I looked there.
That's funny.
Well, you got first, so congratulations.
Yeah, whatever.
Cap died twice on Mithrix, as pretty much did K. Twice on the
Not
moon,
a sub
so
30.
Huh.
yeah,
Okay.
not bad. The recycler play early and leaving the Frelic on the ground for the
Yeah.
reroll macro, and then just actually getting the recycler right there.
Wait, what was the
Never
red?
rewarded.
It was Smokes.
It was bad.
So it was just like a neutral.
It was what?
Smokes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The meat hooks. Yeah, no,
Mm.
I'd rather just have the Frelic AoE. That stuff saved me.
Yeah, I should have like known and then not rerolled it. My bad.
Yeah.
And the second red reroll was brain stalks.
Amazing.
Like
Pretty
when Jace
juicy.
does that, he gets a headset and spare drone parts. When I do it, when I finally do something and leave the red item on the ground, I don't even get rewarded for it.
Hello, K.
No.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you and Kat both pretty much did very, very, very similar things, and on the moon.
How do you die with 2 feathers?
Quails.
Greed hemorrhage during pizza with the melee M2.
Okay, well that's your fault. Go next.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit
Okay,
tough.
Yo,
I
Cap.
don't know. I don't. Yeah.
Huh?
What up?
Cap, I just want to say I like your McDonald's Void Fiend skin.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
So what?
Gotta rep the best food chain that America has.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yet.
not yet.
Make Grimace the Risk of Resources mascot.
Yeah, this loadout's brought to you by the double quarter pounder with cheese.
Hell yeah. Delectable.
Yo, Cap, you gotta step it up.
I mean, my real time was there.
Yeah.
4
That's-
minutes faster than you.
Yeah, that was.
I was
spent
just
4
sitting in the
minutes trying to
couch.
find
I was just
TP.
sitting on the couch waiting for Cabbage to finish his
I
run.
spent more than 4 minutes trying to find TP. Let me tell you that much. Like it just did not exist. I don't know what to say. Like it spawned in like 3 minutes after I spawned in. Like it just was not there when I swear it was not there.
Is that similar to the host skip bug from earlier?
It might be actually.
Or...
I might have to reinstall Windows for this one.
Jesus. Well, we have another kind of like
Okay.
easier loadout coming up, right? So, I'll just
Okay. I just want to say this prediction is the strangest thing I've ever seen. So the prediction was who gets first place. 51% said Cap, 44% K, and then 5% Cabbage.
What? Okay,
Yeah,
I
Cabbage
know
is
I've
washed.
been playing
Chad's
poorly,
throwing.
alright? I know I've been washed, but 5%? Really? 5%?
Yeah, but think about it this way: the like one person that believes in you is coming up big.
Oh man.
Who
was that?
I mean, more people believed in Cabbage than in me. It's just that someone like wasted more money on me.
6 total voters for me.
Yeah, I have 3. Okay, so shut up.
Okay.
That said, it's fair enough because today
Yeah,
is
alright,
finally the day where I play like I do in practice.
I mean, I don't know.
What
You
does
still
that
have 2
mean?
loadouts. Let's go
I'm
get
always
some
bad
bonus
in practice,
points.
and then I just win races.
Go
But
pull a
now I
K
play like in
special and get
practice.
like 7 bonus points in one loadout and just win.
Easy.
Let's go.
Alright, let's do this Void Fiend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we please?
Wait, I just turned on Cortana. What is this? Oh no. Hold on.
Holy shit. All right,
AI
Wait,
good
where'd
luck.
it go?
Good luck with
Hold
Void
on,
Fiend, guys.
Wait. Alright, I'll try.
All right. All right, Void Fiend. Love it. Who's voting cabbage this time?
You don't vote against him.
Raise your hand if you're a
Like,
cabbage fan. All right, let's see it.
5%.
That's crazy. All right, Void Fiend. So let's see the stage order today. Roost, Wetland again. We have Scorched Acres. I almost called it by its dev name. And then we have Abyssal, which this is honestly a really pretty good setup for stages.
Yeah.
I know when they play Void Fiend, these guys specifically, they're probably not gonna use their time with the rolling pots, so they might as well just get Wetland anyway. Sager's dev name is Wisp Graveyard.
This stage?
No, Scorch Acres. This one is Black Beach.
Yes.
All right. So usually with Void Fiend runs, like they're not loader run fast, but usually players kind of push these pretty quick. Void Fiend's
Uh-huh.
also the only, survivor in the game that only has one loadout, right? Besides Heretic, that's not a real character. Don't talk to me. So if you're good with Void Fiend, you don't have to learn all the loadouts like multi or something, all like the scrap launcher with whatever saw and like retool and like this loadout, blah blah blah. And also it just helps that Void Fiend is naturally very, very powerful.
Yeah.
So
Also, fun fact about Void Fiend, for like the first 4 or 5 months of the races,
Oh yeah.
he was not included.
And it wasn't even on purpose. It was just an accident with our ruling system that we developed. Because
Void Fiend's name is all fucked up in the code.
yeah, it was just like a code problem. So Void Fiend has been in the least amount of races overall in the past year, but has kind of shown up a lot since. I'm surprised K is going for like a neutral Void Fiend skin, actually. We have McDonald's Void Fiend from Cap, then we just have like the classic red John Souls Rick Rain skin from Cabbage, so. Yeah, Void Fiend's no longer illegal. Maybe one day we'll have a Heretic one, but today is not that day. Actually, Heretic is like banned in our code, so you cannot roll Void Fiend or Heretic. I don't even know if you can play Heretic.
Hopefully, we'll see it at some point during a pod race, although
That's what
that's
I'm
not gonna
hoping
happen.
for. No, okay. So, by the way, Chad,
We
we've
don't
done
get lunars.
We've done some
Nobody
work
who
because
does.
Dispute doesn't pay attention to the back channels as much as I do.
Absolutely not.
So we saw the last pod race we did and how there were like absolutely no lunar pods at all whatsoever for some reason. So next time we do a lunar pod race, we're actually going to have the players start off with what is it called? The item that gives
eulogy?
you. Yeah, we're gonna start off all the players with about 2 eulogies. So they'll just have to have lunars at some point in their run. Which we thought was we've playtested that quite a bit, and it's a lot better than the 1 pod per run kind of mentality.
Oh.
And in that way, we might actually see a
That's a
Heretic
good
run.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might.
So next
Get
time we
the
do that.
shaped glass printer.
Yeah. Eulogy is also seeded. I think it's seeded as like Recycler is, or Key is. I'll have to double check with the mod team, but it is seeded.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, you see these guys with basically the same stuff, more or less. Everybody has a Ruckler, a backup mag, and a bear.
Yeah, everyone has the same build. The reason we don't have the racers like in the chat and stuff, or we keep them in their little jail cells, is because having any outside information at all does affect the races. And we want it to be as much of a contest of knowledge and skill as we can. Maybe for like a super special event, we could do something different, but this is going to be the standard.
It's also, I think it helps not having chat just to perform at your highest level.
Yeah.
Like having chat barking in your ear an entire run is distracting.
Yeah. They do scrims a lot, and in the scrims, they, talk to each other while they play and things like that, but different. There is a gun on stage 2 as well that Captures found, and with the next 2 stages coming up, being Scorch Acres and Abyssal, we actually have
Ooh.
room for quite a few very powerful boss items if they keep it.
Yeah, the scrims are fun. Cabbage is a massive shit talker. Like,
surprise.
he's so funny.
Hopefully Cap does not get blasted here. Good.
Another buckler from that teleporter.
Oh, really nice. I actually had like a weird response to you saying buckler because I call it ruckler so much. I was like, whoa.
For the layman.
Yeah. Wranglish is a blessing and a curse.
But on Void Fiend, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, you get, 200 armor when you're in corrupted mode because this character is balanced.
Normal. Yeah, which equates it. You get 50% damage reduction when you're in corrupted mode. Which
it's essentially power mode.
Yeah, it's exactly the same value, which is crazy. I know most new players don't realize that, like how powerful that is, but the more you are in corrupted mode, especially for the races here, the better off you'll just be, right? You have all the damage resistance, you have so much armor and power and everything, just damage everywhere, and movement.
Looks like Kay also found the gun.
Nice.
And he's out of here.
I really hope that Cabbage finds it. It's very, very, very close to TP. Everyone should see it. It's just like if you have enough money for it, I suppose. For a normal defense character, run is the normal damage character. Yeah. But even then, I mean, Void Fiend is so good at all around everything. Just healing is just amazing. Damage is amazing. You have range. You have good procs. You have a cleanse. You have armor everywhere. It's just like
Infinite range on your M1 with no
with
fall
a debuff.
off.
Yeah. That has a slow. Void Fiend's good at everything. Which in a way is cool that like, you can use any build with him pretty much, but people do find him less exciting over time, I think, because of that in a way. It's not like a specialist kind of build.
Mm-hmm.
Or I've seen that reflected in from people in the community a lot. Safer spaces.
Safer spaces.
So Void Fiend has a pretty stock standard pillar skip with only a few speed items, but Saver Space is going to be a hell of a lot faster, as well as a poly loot on stage 3 as well.
My
Love that.
goodness.
And Cabbage finding the gun. Good. We'll see what the boss is on stage 3 if they want to use it there, if they want to wait till stage 4 or something. It's very important that these guys do not use it on the Dune Strider though, because if they get a mired urn, it will make them it will not allow them to be in corrupted mode as often.
You got to be really careful with healing on Void Fiend.
Yeah.
Like usually you don't want to get any active healing. And active healing is basically if you see like a green number when you're healing, that counts against your corruption meter. Passive healing does not. So like slugs are completely fine. You can get those. But Wungus is bad.
Yeah. I mean, you can get them in your run, but you just have to, say like, okay, I'm not gonna get my corrupted form really as often here. And there is unfortunately a Dune Strider, so I would personally really be against using the gun here. The only reason they'd use it is just to get rid of the gun and not even pick up the item. Probably just if there's like a recycle on the map or something, they could reroll it. But it's something they don't want.
Yeah. but they do have Abyssal coming up, so
Obviously, they're
hopefully they'll
hoping
find something a little better.
they don't get a Titan, but oh, and there's a feather on
Uh,
cabbage as well in the center of the map there. So very, very,
That's
very
nice.
good.
That if they do have to use their shift to pillar skip, that feather's gonna be really nice. And actually, they're kind of low on speed. They're gonna want to find some more. Looks like Cap just got an energy drink. Like K
Good.
found that earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
But the Void Fiend
Cabbage
pillar
is
skip
getting
is
hit
really
a
damn
lot here.
slow.
It is very slow. You
Um,
need a lot of speed just to make it quicker than
Viable.
any other. Yeah.
Sometimes I think like even doing pillars can be faster. Just how slow it is.
Yeah. With
Although
the minimum, it's 2.5 speed, and it takes like over a minute or two to get from the
easily.
ground. Yeah. There's a speed printer on this map. It's a host printer.
Nice, beautiful.
Yeah, the races are scripted, by the way. Congratulations, you just found out. We just these happened a week ago, and we're just watching the VODs.
Yeah. All of the chat messages that have been responded to were like pre-planned. Like all of those are paid actors that we told to come in here at a very specific time.
I really do hope that Cabbage goes and clears the rest of the Void Seed and gets the Saver Spaces Polyloot. Sometimes with Void Fiend runs and things like this, you kind of feel pretty confident in what you have, and you say like, maybe doing the Void Seed is a waste of time, but this is definitely not a waste of time. It's very important.
Kate did miss that speed printer.
Oof. I mean, maybe he didn't,
Did
because
find the
last
ignition tank
time,
printer though.
hey, and they could get a worm on this map, so they can get a Murph from the gun.
Mm.
I mean, last time we saw a speed printer in the races today, he purposely didn't get it, so maybe he just didn't want to spend the time.
This is like a world record RD seed, by the way.
Yeah. It's very good. But a host skip be faster than Fiend's innate skip. It depends how much speed you have. If you have the minimum amount, host skip is way faster. But I don't know. I think because it takes so long to get to the spot where you do host skip, I think it would probably be faster if you had like 5, maybe 6 hosts.
You
That's
can
a
use
guess,
both.
though.
You do like
Yeah.
a combination of them.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like it's like portal physics, right? So like the
Exactly.
higher up you are, the more momentum you get. So safer spaces does make it faster.
But it's just like getting to the soup is just the problem.
Well, you don't even have to do the soup one on Void
Oh,
Fiend.
that's true. You
Like,
could do the initial headset one.
yeah, that's what I usually do. And you can do
No,
some
you're
like
right.
kind of interesting stuff with your M2. Like you can get momentum downward by shooting it. So
Well,
you
yeah,
go
you
further
have
up.
to. Mm-hmm.
And we got a
You got a Murph
worm. That's nice.
with the
You're
ignition
right.
tank. So
Are they gonna go into it?
maybe. Kay just found a harpoon. He has 2 Rucklers that I don't know if he'd be willing to give up or not. But hey, I mean, dude, that could be so much damage. There's also I don't know. We'll just see.
I mean, Cap's basically just got that ignition tank and the Rucklers for greens here.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I mean, this is one of those just like golden seeds, pretty much, it feels like. So
Oh yeah.
the watch printer, the speed printer, the ignition tank with the gun, with the Murph, like it's just beautiful,
Yeah.
dude.
Safer spaces.
Yeah, Polyloot. Cabbage is off to stage 4, so.
And a watch printer here. Looks like Cap's going into that a bit. He went all into that speed printer, so he knows exactly what it's gonna take, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, pretty much. I mean, it's yeah.
I guess he did have that gas. It's very lucky he kept that actually.
Yeah, with the ignition tank they just got.
Uh-huh.
Was the worm? Oh yeah, the worm's just in the cave when they spawn in, so they can all get the Murph. I don't know what the boss was, if it was like an imp or not. No, it was a Titan.
No.
So no, it was
Yeah.
So the worm is just in the cave. It was still get
Hey,
it.
that's passive regen.
Yeah,
You
man.
shoot it. It's good.
I don't know, because like if someone goes back out of the cave after the teleporter, would they be willing to print more watches and ignition tanks, or do they just want to leave and just go to the Mythos fight as soon as they can?
I would just go.
Yeah, I agree. It's like it's so cool that they have these options on the stage, but I don't know if they will take them. It's just so far away.
They like look at this damage on Cap.
And K is on a stage 5.
K did not find that speed printer, which is a little bit worrying, but the safer spaces will I think make it a bit quicker.
Yep.
If he utilizes it. Sometimes you forget.
It's easy too.
So much going on in these games, and it's easy like as a caster to be like, oh, they're fucking up. They should done this and that. But when you're playing,
Dude, there's so much. And there's so much pressure too. Not only do you have to think about everything in the moment while doing everything, there's a lot of people watching and judging the hell out of you right now. I'm trying
that
to
said,
see
K is the only one on stage 5 right now.
trying to
So
see on stage 5 if there's any like equipment around, any multi shops. I don't really see anything yet. Trying to play close attention though. Usually on stage 5 we get to see a lot of multi shops for equipment that just kind of end up changing the course of the run. Sometimes we just don't see them at all, and it's like, oh well, you just kind of get what you get. Caps have the world record for Fiend. He does, but funny story about that. I actually joined in and watching some of the scrims that the guys were doing. I think yesterday or something, 2 days ago, and in one of the scrims, Cabbage just got like the world record for Fiend. He just didn't record it, so it just didn't count. But it was actually the fastest Fiend run in the world. So
yeah, and Cabbage was probably like, it was a shit run. I
yeah.
hated that. I feel like we need to do an MRI on the brain of speedrunners because there is something very wrong there. Like you're 0.0001% of players, and you're like, yeah, this is shit, horrible at this game.
Yeah, it sucks bad. That's part of the appeal, though. I think K just might leave immediately. Honestly, he looks like he's getting ready. Thing is, like, he just does have low speed, so he is gonna do like some host skip stuff. But the Mithrix fight's not gonna be as free for him as it is gonna be for someone like Cabbage, who has a feather, who has more speed, etc. K does have the never mind. He doesn't have the most watches. Cap does actually.
Cap has most watches and speed, I think.
Yeah, he does. Which is a good combo. I like that feather though. But everyone knows that safe spaces, so it's really not a big deal.
But K's
Yep.
there first.
And there he goes.
The other two
like
haven't
I
even
said,
started TP.
didn't really see any equipment that was really obvious anywhere. So if anyone does find anything, it's gonna probably be an equipment barrel hidden off around some corner. So let's see it.
Oh, look at this damage from Cap. Holy shit.
Yeah, Void Fiend. Especially
Void
when the
Fiend with
Murph
4
was just
watches
kind of
and a
like
Murph.
popping off and hitting all of the Grand Parrot at once. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And you know, K's looking really good here. Even though he doesn't have the speed that the other guys do, he's there.
He's there.
They just
We'll
started
see.
the TP. Cabbage isn't even done with the boss.
The thing is like if he can really hold the lead that he has, he's gonna start draining time here just by walking, right? So that gap that he's created for himself is just ever shrinking. He needs to do something to take advantage of it. He needs to play very, very well here. So just
Let's
keep
see
that
if he
in
does
mind.
the safer spaces strat here.
Let's see if he's sobered up.
It looks like he
Get it
is. He's
going.
going over to the area.
He's locking
He's
in.
going to do the normal skip. I imagine he would have already been shifting.
I think he just needs to take out the Swiss first, make sure he's safe. Okay, looks like he's hitting that ledge. Here we go. And if he messes this up, it's gonna cost him a lot of time, so. Looks like he's doing very well
Yeah,
so
look at that
far.
momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Alright.
I think you don't want to shoot it down, but like as soon as you hit the ground, you like immediately release. Like, maybe not.
He did it the first time. He's holding it for a specific reason here. He needs to use his R.
Oh.
Doesn't heal. Oh no.
Oh no, I think he meant to do that so he could get back over the spot.
Oh, because he doesn't have enough speed to actually air
Yeah.
stall all the way over. But he's losing a lot of his ground. I don't think he
he's
did.
losing momentum.
Or it might have been planned, but it's not good enough because he needs to. Every time he does the shift with corrupted, it stops. So
it was recoverable.
recoverable.
Cabbage got another feather.
Really good. Cap does not have a feather. He needs
so even
to,
with the host skip, this is kind of slow.
He needs to push himself away with the or like towards that spot with the M2 a little bit more. It's just the lack of speed that he has, and this should be enough to get up.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Good job. Took a little bit long because the miscalc on the transform, but he got there. He did it well. Again, though, the other guys are here on the moon, and they have more speed than him and more damage, I think. Cap does up by a little bit, so we'll see. We'll see. And now that you're in the Mythic fight, you really want to spend all your time in Corrupted if you can. Very important. Try to get as much damage as you can. Stay very, very close. We don't have very many focus crystals. It's only one each on K and Cabbage, but utilizing the focus crystal, this is one of those runs where it's very important.
Oh yeah, look at this momentum from Cap here. He's already way up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's from one host skip. Look at the rock. There you go.
Cabbage already getting some height near the bubble just to get ready for the host. I mean, he's already just going up. He has enough speed to do it, but I think he's just gonna drop to get that last bit. Here he goes in the host skip.
Yeah, I saw Cap doing that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna go on the branches? It looks like he is. Maybe he's just gonna go up normally the rest of the way, because he's got those 2 feathers, right?
Yeah, he might.
Can
It'd just be faster.
stall up here. Yeah, it probably is.
Good job.
And they are all on the fight now.
Beautiful.
Now I'm kind of worried about K. That
Yep.
gap is shrinking.
Yep. He does have a little bit of a lead here, though. Well, that's kind of. I mean, it might really
horrible.
Might really come down to if people can hit the Murph, right? If they can really keep Mithrix jumping around like the same spot, have the Murph actually do damage, it'd be very, very good.
Keeping maximum uptime on your corrupted form, even like using your R with safer spaces to
absolutely
stay in it.
It's all about the micro here right now. And I think because Cabbage has feathers, it's just going to be easier for him to do all of that. Cap just took a shockwave. Holy shit.
Yeah, okay. So that was unfortunate. He did what we were just talking about. He used his R on the safer spaces, but then he got hit by the shockwave.
And lost his watches, which was his damage lead that he had. Oh, that is tragic. Oh, man. Without those watches, he has Polyloot and he has Murph and a Focus Crystal. So he has to really get in here. That is really rough to lose on the first phase, though.
Yeah, this early on. That's 80% of his damage just gone.
Uh-oh. K looks like he might lose his watches as well, so he's got to be really careful here. He's trying to stay in corrupted mode against the golems, but, you know, their spray of shots can be kind of rough when they're bunched up like that, so.
But the thing here, even if K gets through this fight first, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to win. If they get bad portals, again,
Oh,
not having that
true.
speed is going to really suck.
Yeah, you have to keep all of that in mind. Cap in phase 2 now, but it's just so rough without these watches, all the damage that he had. He can't burst down a wisp immediately like he was previously able to do.
He is still
Definitely.
Void Fiend.
He's
It's
still
not
Void Fiend.
horrible, but
You know, he just lost like half his damage.
yeah.
K is looking at pretty good. Cabbage is also looking at pretty good. Cabbage didn't print any watches though, so Cabbage is relying more on some bleed procs as well in his build, which is kind of interesting. It's
Well,
not pulling like a
Cabbage
lot,
overtook
but
Cap here.
it's true.
He's got that shuriken.
K doing pizza,
think-
the golem right behind him. He has to be a little bit careful here. He's dodging the golem well, and the ads well. Okay. One pizza slice with saver spaces down, and K is dead, so he's gotta be really careful. And he does not have an elixir either, so if he gets hit by a golem or something like that, like watches are down too.
And Cabbage is on phase 3 now. Less than half of a health bar remain between Cabbage and K. And
Yeah.
again, K not having that speed, he's 100% going to lose time at the end here.
Mm-hmm. Really, I think the difference between all their runs is just the feathers. You look at Cabbage's the way he's playing, and he's just sitting in one spot and just jumping, right? And Mithrix is dashing around him, but he can just stay there really close by with his corrupted form without having to dash super far away or do anything like that, anything fancy. He can just stay doing damage.
Cabbage
Having
closing that gap.
Oh, it's close. K about
Let's
to
see if
finish
anybody
it
gets
off
a
though.
skip here. K
K
did not get a skip.
I think you technically can with your M2, but he just did not have it up.
Cabbage has a shuriken here, so he could potentially use that.
Oh, that's true. Technically, Murph can. Cabbage doing maximum damage that he can during pizza right now, safely. He is about to end off phase 3 as well. Phase 4 for K is just about done. Let's see the portals. And we'll see if Cabbage tries the phase 4 skip here, if he's successful, if he isn't.
There are no good portals.
Oh, man. Now, this is an okay one. It's not like the best, but it's okay.
He could, well, you can use like safer spaces, like momentum in a weird way to like boost.
That's
Doesn't
true.
look like he's gonna do that, but
No phase 4 skip for Cabbage.
I think K's got this.
He's fine. Really good job from K then.
Unless Cabbage does the boost somehow and just like pushes ahead.
Doubtful.
Nah, K's got this. And Cap still struggling on phase 2.
Yeah, those watches, man. The other guys went through like 3 phases while he was stuck on 1 because he lost all of his damage.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to see K get one here. I think he needed that morale booster.
Thought you
It
said that's
sucks
good that
losing
Cap
2 in a row.
was dying. I was like,
Oh well, that's
I
always
mean,
good.
yeah. I'm always a fan of that too. Cap's gonna have a really tough phase 3. It's gonna be very long, unfortunately.
There's an inverse correlation between Cap's pain and my pleasure.
And Cabbage just did exactly what Disputed was talking about with boosting himself forward with the host skip there. Getting some extra ground, so very good moon movement from Cabbage as always.
But yeah, that's got to be nice for K here. Losing two races so far, being hungover, feeling shame.
Yeah, he told everyone the night. Oh, Cap died. He told everyone the night before. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to a party." And I raced at like 7 a.m. So just letting you guys know. And we go. Kate is done. Good time.
Let's bring him in.
Hey, Kate, welcome to the couch first.
Easy.
How does it
I'm
feel?
kidding. Yeah, I it's happy to like I'm happy to know that I can actually play the game still.
Mm-hmm. Sobering up a little bit. Got your coffee and water and
Yeah, I sobered up a bit, maybe.
no, really good job though. Just being able to keep your watches throughout the whole fight was huge. You got there first.
Cap died, by the way.
Yeah, we saw it.
So
Um,
okay.
And just going from TP to TP as fast as you did, you did well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I during the phase 2, I don't know what happened, but the phase 2 was suddenly really scary, and I almost lost watches to just golems and exploders.
Mm-hmm.
How many did you print?
I thought I would
Some
just lose it
people
there.
did lose their watches.
Ah,
many-
Gavage.
How many
Imagine being
watches? I
slower
didn't
than
even
me.
print watches.
no,
Why am
no.
I getting called out?
No.
So
Hello?
quick
Oh,
to
okay.
yell at him, Jesus.
Oh man. When have
It
I
was
ever
actually
lost
Cap.
a watch? When have I ever lost a watch?
Now Cap
You should have printed
lost
them.
all of his watches in phase 1 to a shockwave.
Yeah, we actually thought that Cap was going to take it from UK because he had 4 watches and he was looking really good, but then he lost them all phase 1.
How many
I had
watches
3.
did you get,
Like,
K?
I had 3, so I don't know. Like, that's not that much
Yeah.
more. And
I
He
didn't
was
doesn't
right
seem to
behind you
be.
though.
Okay. Yeah, I was playing it bad, so fair enough. I would have been actually very sad if I lost because I failed the skip for the first attempt.
Well, also you did not find the speed printer on stage 3.
I found it.
Or
I
you
just
didn't
saw
So
it
I
as
find
a,
it.
told you he
like
found it. He just doesn't want to do it.
I pinged it after I hit TP. Oh yeah, let
Oh,
me
damn.
change my game language actually, because I pinged some stuff and you couldn't read it.
I could not.
Yeah, for the final loadout, I can change the language. Sorry for
That's
that
alright.
one. Yeah, I was very sad. Then again, I've like the watch pinch immediately afterwards. Well, like I was like, yeah, it's fine then. And I'm happy I didn't lose any speed there, like my energy drink or mocha, because then I would have all in, would have been fine maybe.
But I wanted to ask, was the going corrupted mode when you're doing the host skip intentional to like get back over the spot?
No. That's what I meant when I said like I failed host skip.
Okay.
I didn't know how much height I needed and how much jumps I needed to do with this skip. And I held my M2 for way too long, and then I was close to transforming, so I panicked and just all fumbled. So that's why I had to do it again, just like a minute.
And when you did it right, it was good though.
Yeah, thanks to Cabbage actually. Yeah, like I have that from his video.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cap finally. Okay, maybe not yet. He's on his way. He's finishing up soon.
I should have printed watches. The thing is, there was a bleed printer and a watch printer, and I had speed, and I just did not know what to do, so I left.
Oh, but bleed is like terrible.
It's not terrible.
If you have a watch printer right next to it, it's like terrible.
Yeah, I just didn't know what to do. Like, I had speed. I didn't want to lose my speed.
Yeah, I didn't have speed. No, I didn't have that
Yeah.
problem.
So
I
what
should have
Cap
printed
did,
2 watches.
Cap printed like a ton of speed. So when he got the stage 4, he just went kind of like half and half basically,
Yeah.
which I liked, but
The
then
Cap
he lost the
special,
watches.
half.
Yeah.
I should have grabbed 2 watches and left, but I didn't know what to do. I just left.
Now you can
I
see
lost.
Cap cheating here if you look closely.
This is actually intended. I spoke to Gearbox.
Yeah, more and more these days, everyone's just doing the spaces bug for phase 4. So
As they should.
yeah,
It was coded in the game for a reason, you know?
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, comeback mechanics.
True.
Yeah, that's the
Hey,
one.
Gabbage,
What?
you need to throw for content, and then Cap and I need to get first with bonus points, and we have a tiebreaker.
Yeah, someone needs to get 2 bonus points.
So 1 bonus point.
Huh?
You're on 5, and if you get last, you get 0, and if Cap and I get 1 bonus point, then we get to 5, and then we have a tiebreaker.
That's like too many numbers. Can you use like 2? 2 numbers maximum.
Just like die 5 times, okay? Because we still
Oh,
need to get
5?
bonus
Okay,
points.
5.
Yeah,
Alright.
we still need to get bonus points being first and second, and like so just die a couple
Yeah,
times.
Count it
Like
out on your
do your
fingers.
captain special. Like it's
Yeah.
Diablo, right?
I'll Diablo myself, sure.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna get the Diablo skip this time, just to watch. I'm gonna get it.
How many deaths are you gonna be taking before?
That's not gonna spoil it.
Like just one more try. One more. This time surely. I
That
saved a
last
bit of my
one,
elo actually.
I see that fucking Diablo skip death every time when I close my eyes when I go to bed. So.
And 1 frame, and I lost the entire tournament
Yeah.
Yo,
to a
Top 10
frame.
anime betrayals by that exploder.
Hey,
Hey,
A
Cap.
frame. Hey,
What's
what's
up?
up, Cap?
Cap, you're slow.
I
You lost those
Why did you
watches.
broke
so...
all of my watches on phase 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
why did you do that?
Yeah.
So usually I forget that I have a feather. This time I thought I had a feather,
You didn't have a feather.
and I didn't.
I
No, I
didn't
didn't have a
Cabbage, you
feather.
were the
There were
only one
2.
with them.
There were 2.
Yep,
2
there were
feathers.
Or
two.
2?
Yeah.
You don't
Damn.
need them if you jump high enough, you don't hit the shockwave actually.
All right.
Oh,
Tough.
okay.
I have a
How-
clip I can pull up right now. Okay.
So how close were the runs on like stage 5 or when everyone got to the moon?
When everyone
we
got
thought
to the
you were gonna
moon,
win at one point.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Kay had been on the
Okay.
moon for maybe a minute or minute and a half. When Cap and Cabbage both got to the moon at about the same
Yeah.
time. And
He was like half health Mithrix when you guys got to Mithrix
for phase 1.
Okay.
on phase 1. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Because I failed to skip. Yeah.
but he didn't have any speed, and we were wondering at the end, like if you didn't have any good portals, which you didn't, if you guys could have caught up to him there, because you guys were basically the same on damage.
Okay. Damn.
It was close.
GG's
But
K.
then, yeah, those watches.
Yeah, thank you.
It was
Those
so
watches.
At least one
tough
good run to save my elo.
because the
And then
phase 2 was just like painful.
yeah, phase 2 was
Phase 2 was
fucking
painful.
hell because I had no watches. That was tough.
I was
Hey,
No,
like,
that was
oh.
it was tragic watching that happen because you used your safer spaces to like keep corrupted form up, and then you immediately got blasted by that shockwave.
Yeah. And then my death was my jump got canceled because I got booted out of corrupted form. So that was cool and fun. Love that.
It's very fun and cool.
Mm-hmm.
Overall.
I've got a permanent Stone Titan. I need to restart my game.
Okay.
Like
Fair.
it's just a permanent Stone Titan. I don't know what to say.
yeah, and I know.
Like it's
The
just
gargling.
Are you ready for his eye construct in stage 3?
Shut
When you're
up.
there at 9
Fuck
minutes
up.
because you rush.
Go fuck
like,
yourself.
Because you go way too fast and then you just get hit with his eye construct actually. Can't wait.
I'll just host on purpose.
I'll just Diablo it real quick. Surely
Yeah, not yourself.
Draw me a player game actually.
I can just Diablo it.
Yeah, Cap, one of us needs to win with bonus points and Cabbage needs to get last, so we have something to do here, right?
All right, let's
That's
just
okay.
game real quick then.
Pick which
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of you gets the bonus point. Go on,
You gotta
gotta
lose
pick.
first. That's like the hard part.
We'll see. Yeah.
I mean, it's Diablo.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in Diablo, I feel like.
I hope you guys have practiced your timings or know them
No.
or remember them. Okay.
No.
I mean, I won
I don't
the last
think-
tournament because of it,
Yeah,
so
be quiet. You lost. You won
Diablo
because
once
I
in
lost.
Japan,
All
so
right.
true.
it's been 3
The
months.
Exploder won. All right, I'm ready.
All right. Well, good luck in the last
Have
loadout,
fun.
everybody. We'll see you after.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Always ending on a Diablo captain, I feel like.
It's always the one that is like the one at the end, dude. But you know what? For me, I think personally, since Diablo has like some of the most tech, or just Captain Diablo has some of the most tech in the entire game, it's always super fun to watch. So
Oh yeah.
I'm always down for it.
I mean, the Mithrix fights are crazy every time.
So as usual, let's go over some tech that we're gonna see today with these guys. First one, obviously, if you've seen any of these guys play Captain before in your life, you'll know what speed shooting is. It's a double animation cancel, so that exactly what Cap is doing right now to bypass the downtime on shotgun. Which, do you remember how many times you could shoot a second disputed? I don't remember the exact number, but
I don't.
it's a lot. You can pretty much burst down anything insanely quickly. Only downside is that you need one of your beacons to be able to do it. So usually you'll see someone look at a wall or out of bounds of the map. You cannot look
Yeah,
at the floor or anything like that,
because
even
you have to
through
like
enemies.
you have to press click and like hold out beacons. So if you look at a spot you can place a beacon, you'll place it down and you'll ruin it.
Yep.
And so you have to look in all these weird, awkward angles to make it work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd be doing it all the time.
Yeah. Everywhere. It's very. A lot of people struggle with it at first. It's one of those things that you can really tell when someone has put a lot of practice into their speed shooting. So it's one of those like really cool things. Like, oh, there's a cloak chest in the teleporter. Wow, that's funny. That Cap just barely saw.
Definitely sees.
Yeah, like the yellow outline before it even popped up as the whatever, the red lines around it.
And
Another
that's a
tech.
wrap. Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Another tech we'll see today is Diablo holding. So you can actually use Diablo, and while holding M1 and you're like trying to place it down somewhere, you actually like transfer the Diablo to P in your hand, and then the next one actually starts charging up. So when you're ready to place it, you can double Diablo. And a lot of people actually charge up their Diablo in their hand before a teleporter, so they can just like put down a couple, pre-fire the boss. We'll see that with Mithrix as well, um, which is pretty cool. So if you see like a white circle, just someone walking around with it, that is what they're doing. Everyone got the cloak chest actually, which good job. I mean, it's right in that little area.
It's right there, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and we
I'm
got
glad.
the resupply beacon.
Mm-hmm. I really think resupply beacons in the races are very, very hype, very underutilized as well.
Yeah.
Um, you can do some crazy stuff with it, and fortunately, at least for Cap and Cabbage, they've spent a lot of time doing prismatic trials, where a lot of the strategies involve using resupply beacons. So I know they have the kind of resupply mindset,
Yeah,
but
look at that right now.
yeah, we can
Cap using his
see
wings, resupplying.
what's going to happen is Cap is going to spend a lot of time using his, especially if they get fuel cells, but just using his wings, using the resupply beacon before he leaves the stage. So next stage he has the wings to immediately get to the teleporter, stuff like that. It's like all of these small things. We can see Cabbage using it as well. It really helps with stage traversal. It's very important if you can use it well. But especially if we get fuel cell, we can see some really cool plays with it.
Kay has not found the wings yet.
I don't even know where they were, unfortunately.
I don't either. That's gonna make such a big difference.
Yeah, already from the start. I mean, obviously, Diablo is a pillar skip, right?
Oh,
We know
I think
this.
this is it right here.
Oh, yeah, this one. But having wings is just so powerful. Do you think even with the
But
wings, Cabbage is going to do a Diablo skip just to prove that he can this time without dying?
maybe.
I'm ready.
I think the other two probably want him to go for that.
Yeah.
Like they said, in order for Cabbage to lose here, he needs to come in last place, and then one of these other two need to get bonus points, and that's for a tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's not even for like a win. That's still Cabbage playing a next loadout, so.
So Cabbage has got to be feeling pretty good right now,
He can
or he's
play
got
it
to be
pretty
thinking,
easy.
"This is a shit run. I hate this," which is probably what he is thinking.
Yeah, probably. What K also got was a firework, which is kind of nice for the resupply beacons as well. It's just extra damage whenever he uses it. Scrapper as well, and stage 2 that Cap is going into. We'll see what if he found like a good printer or not. Usually, Cap doesn't scrap that much, so he might have seen something already that I
Ooh.
have not seen.
Cap getting the roll of pennies with that wrap.
Holy. Hell yeah.
Don't
Cap?
sound sarcastic.
No, it's actually very good. It's just funny that you're saying it. Cap was
It's the
gonna just
best strat in the
Diablo
game.
this, but it looks like he's just gonna go for a speed shoot kill on this one. Yep. Trying to catch himself on a rock so he can just kind of stay still and shoot it, which is really good awareness for the speed shooting there. And a red whip from TP. The thing is with the speed shooting, you have to walk forward with it because you need to sprint cancel. So if you catch yourself on an object like that, it's very nice to just keep doing damage.
Mm-hmm. See K doing it here.
And with the shock beacon they have, Cap just set up a little shock trap with the Diablo. Nothing's being caught in it, but he's setting up.
I mean, you can do kind of a cool thing with the shock beacon in Diablo where if you time it correctly, you can get money on the next stage. Kind of in the same way, like if you pick up a Gore's Tome or you do a Blood Shrine, like right as the teleporter is leaving. Oh, that is a +5 for K.
That was the most unfortunate thing I've ever seen. I mean, he didn't stun the jellyfish, so So he was hiding behind cover, and a jellyfish came up to him, knocked him up out of cover into the Vagrant Blast. It was just like a 1-2 punch, dude.
And that's
a +5.
horrible for both him and Cap.
Yeah.
Cap needs K to do well here.
Yeah. Because they still need Cabbage to get last to have a tiebreaker to have either one of them have a chance to beat him. Oof.
Cap got an ATG. Not too bad. And a
With
watch.
a watch right after. Yeah. I really like Cap's build right now. And he found a red. It's Brain Coat.
Oh my god. Broat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is it Brain Coat or Broat? What is the proper Wranglish here?
You can use either. It's one of those ones where it's pretty 50-50. I think Brain Coat has been more popular over time. And there's a band on K as well. Technically, Broat is Wranglish proper though. And Cap on a stage 3. Feeling pretty good about Cap's build. He does not have the band though, which is unfortunate. It was out of the shrine, so it's kind of hard to find that one. Usually, players don't really go after the shrines if they have a limited amount of money anyway, right? Cabbage is finding the band though. Love it. You're saying because it's just Cabbage not getting in last. Yeah.
Basically. I mean, I don't want to be like a caster rooting against a racer here, but man, I want to see these guys pull it off. I really do.
Mm-hmm. That's tough. It's hard to beat the Cabbage, dude. Stage 3 doesn't look like it has any multi-shops for equipment that I can see, really. Which is, it's just another one of those stages that has a lot of that going on for it, so it really does kind of help out runs and change the direction of them. They do have wings though, so it's going to be hard for them to give it up.
Very strong on this stage because you have the Clay Templars.
Really good teleporter from Cap, by the way. He speed shot the boss and put down a Diablo beacon early, and that which just like killed all of the beetle guards at once. So easy peasy.
I see Cap farm up here. He's hiding.
He might get pushed off here if he's not careful.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a wing, so he's fine.
Trying to
like,
get him in a shock beacon.
Yeah. It looks like Cap is trying to do the thing where he's trying to save money for next stage. To some degree, just trying to get things to get into the shock beacon.
Cap not having that band is kind of unfortunate. He did find the ATG, which
if he gets really lucky with the ATGs, maybe, but it's gonna be really hard to be better than a band for Diablo.
Although the Kayaro band, whatever, Pyro Band is kind of hard because the Diablo Blast will knock Mithrix out of the zone for the band.
Phase 4 skip,
But
though.
it is a phase 4 skip.
Yeah. Cabbage is in a downward spiral. He was stuck in a wing prison and he couldn't get back on the ledge, so he had to just like wait until he fell at the bottom of the map. And then some glacial fell and then froze him mid-fall.
The Mary Poppins tech.
Yeah. Also known as the Dan tech. There is another red on the stage that Cap found, and it is a Tesla.
Ooh.
Which does help in
Nice.
teleporters. It's not going to be a very massive item for Mithrix, but it's kind of like the other items we were talking about today, like Frost Relic and Meat Hook. It's just
Hey,
kind of...
it helps a little bit though.
It does help a little
It
bit.
does actually do something on Mithrix, which is
does
more
hit
than you
the
can say
ads.
for most reds.
Yep. No, I agree. I like Tesla. I think it's nice, but it's just not like... It's not like, oh, wow, you know? It's not
Maybe
like a
they can
drone
find a
man. It's
plimp
not
or
a headset.
something.
Yeah. All right, and K and Cap into stage 4. Cabbage is
Looks like
a little
Cap
bit
might just
behind
be
here. And
going
there's
for
a
the teleporter
feather.
immediately here. There is a feather.
I think that's smart from Cap, though. I mean, he knows his Diablo timings, right? He knows
He's scrapping a little bit.
he can do it. He has a pillar skip, so we'll see.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff on the stage, by the way. We have a lot of multi-shots, a lot of good stuff. There's equipment, there's feathers that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how people choose their builds here on this one.
We've got a double gup in the cave.
Very
Cap's
powerful.
trying to Diablo them, but it looks like they're not really cooperating here.
No, they're going after, like, their pathing is weird in the cave, and they keep going after drones and stuff. Yeah, for everyone in the EU or relative time zone, Happy New Year, by the way. Smile. We made it. And Cap getting the feather. I hope everyone finds that
teleporters in the
feather.
cave.
Yeah, it
it looks like
is.
Cap's gonna go for it immediately, basically.
Yep. Setting down a
Got the
shock
feather,
beacon
a
right
little
away
scrap.
as well, too. Setting down his Diablo. It's really very easy to Diablo worms if you're leading them somewhere, right? But if
Okay,
you have them in
struggling.
a small area like this and you stay in the teleporter, it's not as easy. It looks like he's gonna pretty much kill them regardless of the Diablo anyway, though. And he got the Diablo on it. Perfect. It's a little bit of
K is
luck involved
scaring
with
me.
that. He is scaring me.
He does not have any healing,
No.
and he's gonna do the teleporter.
Well, neither does Cap, actually. They all just have that wrap, and that's it.
I've got that broat.
Mm-hmm.
Or Cap does.
Oh, I'm yawning. Okay. Cabbage still on stage 3, actually. I'm surprised. He's looting a lot here. But, I mean, you know, all Cabbage has to do to win overall today is not get in last. So
Yep.
he doesn't really have to go as fast as normal. You know, he's played so well today that he's just kind of set himself up pretty well here. So
He needs to, like, or not even that. Like, he can get in last and still win here if there are no bonus points.
yeah, that's true, actually.
Cap is definitely going for bonus points here. Like, he knows.
Has to, yeah. The thing is, because K died, Cabbage also needs to die for Cabbage or Cap and Cabbage to even have a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Cap is doing the right thing, though. He is trying to push it for bonus points as fast as he can. He's looking at the equipment here. He doesn't see anything good. There was a question mark, but I don't know if he'd go back for it. He does have wings, and he does have wings with resupply beacon that he can use like halfway up the tree. So it's going to be a pretty fast player skip.
And Cap and K did say they were not confident in their Diablo timings.
We'll see. They
They'll
could
still
just
probably
be
do it, but-
lying. And the boss for Stage 5 is a grandparent, which the easiest boss to Diablo. So we did not get a construct today, which is the hardest boss to Diablo. So
Oh, there's a red in that shrine. I can't see it.
it's a clover. Wow,
Oh
for
my
cabbage.
god. You know what's really funny about that?
Huh.
He just chose a quail over an ATG in a multi-shop like literally 2 seconds ago.
Oh man. All right. Well, okay, finally finding healing Stage 5, the a slug printer. Man, losing that ATG with the clover though, brutal. I mean, he doesn't have any speed though.
Yeah.
He might have really needed it, but obviously if he knew, he would have spent like
I mean, he got a
ALs.
fuel cell too for that resupply.
Yeah. It's just giving him so many more wing charges. Like every time you get one, a fuel cell for it.
Okay, not doing a bad job here trying to make up this +5 difference.
Mm-hmm.
Does not +5 again, which
He
honestly is
knows.
impressive. Like when
Yeah.
you +5 early on and you fall into a deficit and you feel like, okay, I have to rush to make this up.
Yeah.
Most of the time, what ends up happening is you just +5 again.
I mean, but we even saw last run, or one of the runs today, I think it was the Bandit one, where Cap died in Mithrix, and even then he said, it was like, dude, I kind of mentally checked out after that +5. It was just too much, right?
Mhm.
Every time you +5, no matter what, it's always hard. So
The mental game is just as important as the gameplay itself a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
it's it's like the pyramid, and the mental game's like at the bottom. You know, you need to support your skill and whatever by being able to actually do it with a good mental. It's hard.
And it looks like Cap's leaving.
Good. Let's see what he can do. He does not have the band, but he does have a feather. He does have an ATG, and he does have
And
a
it
photo
looks like
skip.
he did pick up a few healing drones,
Nice.
which is something I want to see K do here soon.
Cap did not print a slug, actually. I don't know if he saw the printer or didn't know he had scrap at the time, but I wish he would have. He would have been probably pretty helpful. I'm surprised to see Cabbage on Stage 4, though, still. Obviously, he's looting a bit more. A lot more than the other guys are.
No, I think he's probably just playing it safe. Like he knows if he just has a decent time, like it doesn't have to be world record pace or anything crazy. Just get a decent time. Get on the board. Like if he gets a like 35, he can basically guarantee that nobody's going to get a bonus point.
It's true.
Like even if he does come in last.
It's just funny to see Cabbage not going omega fast, though. Regardless. But he is doing well. K is on the moon as well. Cap is going for a Diablo skip with the wings. What is he doing?
He doesn't have
he can't
full
now.
health.
What was he? Maybe he's just trying to lead the enemies into the Diablo. I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't know what the plan was. He was doing something. He was setting up something there.
I think he almost killed his drones there.
Yeah.
The tech.
I think he was trying to go for some style points, though. It was a little ambitious. You do need one-shot protection to Diablo skip, though. All right, so Cap is pre-holding the Diablo. We talked about that in Stage 1. He has it in his hand, so by the time he gets to the Mithrix fight, he's going to have 2 Diablos to start himself off. That might have been what it was. He might have been trying to hold it in his hand, and he might have misclicked too.
Oh, maybe. I think he's going to have to rest on...
Ooh, he's not going to really make it. He's at that 45, so... No, he's going to hit the lower branches. He's going to have to walk all the way up. It depends where he puts down his beacon. Is he going to wait for the beacon?
He did it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, get on the branch, but I think you get on
He got on the main branch.
Yeah, right away.
But yeah.
He is waiting for the
Cabbage.
wings.
Almost teleporter.
Looks like Cap is going to utilize his resupply beacon during the fights instead because of his low speed. Just kind of wing around more, which is fair.
We see K on the fight, basically.
Alright,
I think
yeah.
is he waiting for his Diablo?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know what
staying back a
happened
little
to it.
bit.
Oh, he already placed it down. I see.
Yeah. He's a little... he's fine. So looking at... actually, Cap only used one of his Diablos here, which surprises me a little bit.
Okay.
That is a choice he's making on purpose here.
Oh, he
Oh,
fucked
Cap
up.
messed it up. He didn't walk forward enough. That is really rough.
He could have
Meanwhile,
saved it
K
there,
is
too.
on phase 2 already because he hit his Diablo right. Yeah. Tough.
That sucks.
So I think Cap's plan, because he doesn't have the band, right? He was gonna use one Diablo right away. Oh, did Cap use his feather? Okay, he's good.
Okay.
He's gonna use one Diablo right away, and then once Mithrix took enough damage to jump to the middle again, that's when he was gonna use another. But I don't know. I would have
Cabbage
rather.
is right there. He used his elixir.
This is
Shit.
Let's see what Cabbage does. Cabbage is on the moon. Cabbage is utilizing his double fuel cell with resupply beacon just to get 2 wing charges, 3 ring charges, honestly, right there.
K
And so
got
he's
blasted by that wisp.
gonna have a really
Sorry to
fast power
interrupt.
skip. No, it's good. Yeah, he's really low health. It's a good thing he did print the slug, but it's a little bit scary here. The wisp is still blasting K. He does have the no, he doesn't have the wrap anymore. He lost it somewhere.
Oh.
Oh, that's a +5 for K, unfortunately.
Eating the orb.
Here we go.
And you know what? Cabbage went a little bit slower, but
Yeah,
he's here, and
he has the band also. Cabbage might still just get in first because I mean, Cat messed up the Diablo at the start, and I don't know. Here we go. Let's see Cabbage's
it's not
damage here.
surprising. He was not taking risks. These guys had to take big risks this run, and most of the time it doesn't pay off.
It can, but yeah. And here we go. Cabbage. Blap. Phase 2.
And K is
Another +5
dead
for
again.
K, unfortunately. I mean, even that first +5 might have already been the nail in the coffin, but just gotta keep trying. He doesn't know where everyone else is at. For all he knows, Cabbage has already Diablo'd himself twice, right? So
And
K
Cat
utilizing
missed
some
that
speed shooting
Diablo.
here. Oh, that's another one. Dude. No, they were not lying about their Diablo timings being off today.
Cap was the only one that was like confident. It happens though. I remember at a race where I was so upset. I was like, it was the tournament, and
I
I was like
remember
on
that
track to
one.
win.
Yeah.
And then I vased into the arena, and I didn't. It activated Mithrix early.
Yeah. I was so sad at that, dude. I remember watching that, and I was like, dude, Disputed come back. You know, this is his slot right here to do it, and then it just instantly threw it. I was like, no. Dude. And it wasn't like really your fault. It's just like it's so unfortunate.
I should have aimed lower.
Yeah,
but
couldn't really foresee that at the time. You're just happy to be there. There's a lot of things you can mess up on with the Diablo timings here, so. But like once you see someone do the Diablo timings like perfectly through all the phases of the fight, like let's look at K right here. He's setting it up so that he's gonna Diablo Mithrix. He used his shock beacon for this ad, and he knows when to kill it. It's like a beautiful dance, dude. Oh, he didn't kill in time because he didn't have enough damage. Oh man, never mind. You could see him just like
just saw the
face
look on
palm
his face
because.
there. Yeah.
But that's the general idea. And that he had a very good approach to it. He just didn't
And
have enough damage. And Cap is about to die here as well. He just lost his watch.
Cabbage is
And
going to
he's
do this
really
perfectly.
low. Yep.
And
And
Cabbage is
Cabbage got
done.
it. And Cabbage won. With a Fireband phase 4 skip and phase 3 skip in one. So good job, Cabbage.
And a +5 for Cap.
Yep.
Phase 2 has been brutal. And it's if you do it right with Diablo, phase 2 is the only thing you really have to play of this fight.
Correct. But and even then, like, you do have to play it, and you have to be very careful. It's all about the setup for the phase 3 Diablo as well. You have to be very, very deliberate with how you do it. Beautiful, very well done. Cabbage had all the correct Diablo timings there, so
It's gonna be like a 25-minute, 26-minute.
a
Not
lot
bad.
of new players, they look at Diablo and like, how is that even a useful skill? That's terrible, you know. But dude, if you know the timings for Mithrix, like the speed said, you only have to do phase 2, and that's it. Oof, it's just Cap and K are getting knocked around here in this fight, dude. Wings are helping a bit, but the low speed is rough, and even with the feather, they're relying a lot on the wings.
Right, Cabbage is gonna blast himself at the end here.
It's gonna do his
Just to
Diablo skip.
BM. Yeah.
Almost timed right. All right, and there we go. GG from
Cabbage
Cabbage.
is the type to like learn the timing on that so he can like blow himself up right as it ends.
Yeah. All right, let's bring him in. Hey,
Oh man.
your opponents are plus 5ing a lot at the moment.
Oh, why not? Why are they doing that? Can't
There's
they just not do that, maybe?
there's 8 plus 5s between them at the moment in the Mithrix fight.
Alright, why does K have like 7 items?
I don't know where they went. I think he just went.
Did he like forget to pick them up after opening the chest?
Oh, and a pizza. Oof. I mean, not that it particularly matters at this point, but it's brutal to see it anyway.
Hmm.
So how was the run, Cabbage?
I mean, just normal Diablo run.
Normal Diablo run. The wings early was really nice with the resupply beacon as well. Got some
Yeah.
good mileage out of that one.
They
Got
got
the
a lot more wings though.
Yeah, and the band decently early on,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, it
kind
was
of a
really slow though.
cosmetic clover. But
So there will be bonus
Yeah.
points this run.
I think so.
Not the kind they needed,
Oh
It's
man.
brutal,
but
dude.
there will definitely be bonus points.
You're right. Kevin Iron the band's pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
The thing is, I had Crowbar, Fireband, 2 watches, so I just needed to go, but I was spending way too much time.
You were spending a lot more time looting than I thought you would have.
Yeah. It's just when I don't have a feather as captain, I'm just scared. And I wanted bleed or like something for phase 2
Yeah.
because my phase 2 was rough. If I got 1 dagger, I would have just left, but I didn't find anything. The clover plus missile would have been nice, but I don't know.
Yeah. We saw you take the quail and immediately get a clover over it. And we're like,
Yeah,
all right.
it's just the game, telling you you made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
I think missile is the wrong choice there if you don't have clover. I think wax quail
Yeah.
with no speed is just a better choice.
I was saying that too. I was like, even if like he still had no speed, like
I
he
had a
needed
red
something.
whip and I had wings.
It's
Fair
true.
enough.
Yeah,
But it was just sad to see like the instant you you make that decision.
Kind of how it goes sometimes,
And it was
Like
nice
you
you got
made
the fuel cell for the wings too.
Yeah, with equipment beacon.
And there we go. They both finished. Okay, finally getting the phase 4 skip he needed there. The Diablo, the good timing. Took a little took about an hour in-game time to do that, but we got there.
An hour in game time?
Yeah, with his 10
yeah,
deaths.
okay.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I think I'm just bring them both in. Don't need to charge ship alone. Oh boy. Like, yeah. Hey, you two. You guys are both on the ship at the same time, but
Hey,
there's such a disparity between times and
Yeah.
deaths that it's okay. So
uh
Hmm.
the rough Mithrix, I think, for both of you guys. So
So what happened with Mithrix then?
Yeah, you go.
Why did
Yeah,
I
so
die?
I mean, I died stage 2, right? So I just sent it every stage because why not? So I didn't have any
Okay.
items except for one fireband and crowbar. And I realized I was gonna, like, it wasn't gonna go well when my skip was the M1 beacon, and I can't speed shoot without the M1 beacon, so I just died
Yeah, you
phase 2.
can.
I can't. Shut up. I literally
Just-
tried and nothing came out, so how about you
Just-
shut up?
Just rebind.
Yeah, but
Just
then I died a couple
rebind.
times, so I got the beacon back, so it's fine.
Rebind M1 to M2 and M2 to M1.
How about you shut up
Easy.
and I died?
All right, I'll be quiet.
Like, I was lost anyway.
Overall, not bad though. Cap, the missing the
Jeez.
first Diablo was
Yeah,
brutal.
I realized that I didn't look at the clock whenever I placed it, so I
Yeah.
guessed, and I was just barely off.
I've done that too. I was like,
yeah.
so you were going because you didn't have the band that everyone else had.
Oh, that would have
So
been nice. Yeah.
yeah, so you wanted to get his health low and then set up for the next Diablo when he jumped, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's what I thought.
That's the plan. And even that, I think I had off one time or two. It was just very sloppy Mithrix all around today for me.
Mm-hmm. And it happens.
Yeah, GG cabbage.
GG's. How are we looking before the moon again?
You guys actually got to the moon before Cabbage did.
Yeah.
I was
Okay,
having a
okay.
He
relaxing
just hit
run.
all of his Diablos. That's what the
Yeah.
difference was. Yep.
That's all that matters. I mean, shit, the tournament, everyone failed, and then the person who was like a whole stage behind won somehow.
Yeah.
Phase
All
2
it takes.
sucks,
Well, everyone in
I
chat
guess
give a
they-
GG's and a clap to Cabbage for winning today. And also GG to everyone who played today for Cap and K. Especially K for yeah.
Like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can't even blame. Like, I played so bad, I can't even blame being drunk and it's like, no.
Getting a little elo rebalancing.
I'm bad, okay?
here.
Yeah. No excuses. I suck. But it's fine.
That's all good. You've been on the bench for a while, so
Yeah, where you belong.
Yeah, for a reason, actually. Seeing this.
You're in Japan. It's got high ping.
Oh
it's
yeah,
ping
yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Now,
actually
True.
in
true.
American
Alright.
servers, like, it's impossible. Happy New Year, by the way, to everyone in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy New Year to the world. And thanks, chat, for watching the races till the end of the year. I mean, it's been a very good year, and it's almost been like a full year that we've been doing this. Almost every single week. We missed last week. That was the only week that we've missed since we've started. So hopefully it's the only one till I guess the next holidays anyway, or whatever we do.
Yup.
But thanks for watching,
What do we
chat.
do
We
on
appreciate it. Huh?
anniversary coming up? What do
Oh,
we do?
true. Yeah, we need to do an
Like
anniversary
February, I think?
tournament or something. That'd be fun.
Moon
think it was
one
around the-
races.
The Super Bowl.
Hell no!
Oh,
Shut
not
the
Moon
hell
One.
up.
Moon one.
Diablo captain in the final. Oh yeah.
We could do like a DLC-less race or something though.
Or we
Luke
could do
the
like
captain, so you can
what if
survive
we did,
the
like-
arena fall.
I don't know
Aw.
if this is possible, but what if we did like the same seed that the first race was?
It's not.
We can have the same
Ah.
loadout.
That is very hard to code, but sure.
How about we do Umbra and not Fulute and just die over and over and over and
I've
everyone.
never
Oh, that'd be so
played-
fun.
I
That's what
don't
chat
even know what-
wants.
Yeah,
Umbrella.
that's
That's what
what
they want. They
everyone
want
wants.
a
Right?
fast
We just,
run and
like,
then Umbral at the
everyone-
end. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we
It's
plus
possible.
5 everyone, and it's great. Yeah,
I
And
have
we just be
never
death
played it.
looped on the fucking Mithrix fight. Very cool.
I do that in the
Never
Namen
played it,
one.
and
Like, I'm practiced for that.
I saw that, yeah.
As
Umbra
always.
who dies
It's the
least.
plus
That's a good
5 rule.
idea.
So you have to redo the run again.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
God.
sure.
Bring it back to the
Yeah.
OGs.
Terrible. As always, chat, thanks for watching, and go check out all of these races today. They did a great job. If you guys want to know when the next race is going to be, it's going to be next week. But if you want to know the time and the day, make sure to join the Discord. and we send out an alert every week to let you know when it's going to be before it happens, so you can, when because our schedule is crazy, and we have a bunch of people all over the world trying to get their times in. If you guys want to play the mod yourself, we have a public version of the mod out on the Thunderstore. If you guys want to catch up on any of the old races we have done throughout the entirety of the year, go to YouTube. It's at Risk of Resources on YouTube. If you want to speedrun on the official speedrun category that we have, the Gauntlet category, to speedrun.com/riskrun2 in the Gauntlet category, and you can check stuff out there. If you want to apply to be a racer, don't be scared. You can go to riskofresource.com/rules, and at the bottom there is an application page thing. I feel like I'm missing one or two of them. What am I missing?
I think that was it. I missed a couple commands, but I think we're good. There's
I
the
think we're
I
mod.
missed follow my AngelK on Twitch. I think you missed
Yes,
that one.
follow Icy Apple. Go to icyapple.org and also bungus.org. But I think that one's
doesn't
actually dead,
exist
huh?
anymore. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Pigpiss.org
I am
is
not
fine though, right?
affiliated. Yeah, pigpiss.com.
Pigpiss.com. Okay. Shout out.
I am not affiliated with pigpiss.org. I would not go there.
GG's.
Glad to know we're ending the year on a good note.
Mhm.
Regardless, though, thank you, chat, for sticking with us for so long. We all appreciate it. We love making the races as cool and as fun, as community driven as possible, and we have some cool ideas for the next year. So stick around and find out. Anyway, chat, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Later.
Bye bye.
Later.
All right.